Hello and welcome to Off the Shelf Reviews podcast number 76.
76!
We're going to be catching up on the recent film and TV news after we've discussed what we've been watching these last few months, before we get into our conversation and discussion about Stranger Things Season 5. And then, of course, we'll be answering your questions.
Yay!
Andy, Linda, great to have you here.
Merry Christmas!
Cheers! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas and Merry Christmas, everyone.
We're going to get very merry this Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's all good.
Linda, it's been a long time since we've had you on the podcast. I think the last time
You didn't miss a beat. You were like,
you were here. We were discussing Buffy and Angel.
So really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I know, it's been a long time, but I've been a very busy woman.
Yes.
But now I'm not such a busy woman.
Oh, do tell.
So I took early retirement from
Nice.
teaching in September.
I hate and I'm happy for you so
Congratulations.
Well done. Congrats.
So
Well done.
worked hard for that. So been working all my life since I was 17.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's just nice to just take a step back and
Nice.
just chill and do the things that I want to do, and planning to do things, obviously.
That you've just been have to dance around a
Yeah.
particular calendar year in, year out.
Big thing is I'm going away with Andy's wife.
Yeah, she ain't retired. She's like me, Linda, and the girls are going to Tunisia. I'm like,
That's work.
bye.
So really looking forward to that in January.
Excellent.
So that's really good,
Okay,
yeah.
She
I'm
did
going
great.
to download next year.
Awesome.
Taking Dylan.
Do you know who's going? Who's headlining? Or-
Yeah. So
Biscuit?
Limp Bizkit and
I'm 41? Am I making that up?
no,
It's
not
like a
Sun
time
41.
portal
Oh my
as
god!
well.
So I wasn't expecting you to ask me that question. Oh God! Somebody help me in the
guys.
chat.
No, but there's a bit of a controversial one, isn't there? There's a bit of a dance band that's...
Oh, there's all sorts of other acts,
No, I mean the headliners. I can't
Electric
remember.
Call Boys. They're
Oh, they're fucking ages.
yeah, they're really good. Yeah.
At least you already mentioned some bands that I'm still familiar with. I've not completely aged out of kind of music.
Keanu Reeves band's there.
Really?
Dogstar.
Yeah, Dogstar. They're playing.
They're decent.
Okay, nice.
As well. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. And also, I've got a really busy month in June next year because obviously downloads the 15th,
Right.
and then so I come back from that, and then on the 24th I'm up to Cardiff to go and watch The Cure.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh my god.
This is really a time warp.
Are they just like shooting full of adrenaline and
I
pushing
know.
that onto the stage now? Like,
no,
amazing.
no, Robert Smith, he's brilliant. So,
beat
so
Bob Marley
I'm really looking forward to that because that's a band I've never seen live and
Oh, really?
always wanted to. So, yeah. So it's,
Is it in Cardiff? Is it Castle or Quality?
it's the Blackfriars.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
We were literally just
so it's
talking about
outdoors.
before. I love Cardiff.
Yeah. So it's
Right, it's the best town. It's so good.
Yeah,
We
so
go there at
it's
least
really
once a
good.
year, and every year I'm like, there's a point where I'm sat with a beer, and I just look at Donna, and I'm like, let's live here. No, I'm like, I work from home. I can do what I want. Like,
I did go up to Cardiff in the summer because it was a friend who lives in Cardiff. So someone I know lives there.
Lucky.
And it was her birthday, and she's retired from teaching as well. So Claire Price.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just plug the name there. Brilliant, lovely, super lovely lady. So I went up there with my friend Nikki. And that was really nice, yeah. So we booked ourselves into some strange... It was like a pub with accommodation upstairs.
Okay.
And it was like in the middle of some random housing estate. Because some areas of Cardiff are a bit...
oh yeah, I mean, listen. Oh my god, Cardiff's great. Do you ever leave the brewery quarter? Not really. I can see the stadium and the castle. I'm cool.
You're set.
Yeah.
You're set.
And the bay. Done. Just go to the bay.
But no, that was good. But I am still keeping in a little bit in school because I'm doing exam invigilating,
Okay.
which is the most dossiest job ever.
Just making sure no one's cheating, just walking the aisles.
Well, you don't even walk the aisles too much because
Okay.
that can be a bit too much of a distraction for them.
Sure.
You keep to the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just giving a lot of this.
Yeah, just
like,
a lot of
Yeah.
looking at you.
Stop it. Stop
Yeah,
it.
making sure
See
you do.
you.
No one's checking their phones.
No, you
Yeah.
do have to I had to do online training for it,
Okay.
to all the rules and regulations that you've got to understand and stuff. So yeah, but that was
It was stick to the left. You had the same online training as that dude in Silence of the Lambs. Like,
Oh, no.
stay to the right. Like,
oh dear. somebody saying the audio's a bit poor. I think
I've been having
That's
audio issues today. That
might be me.
are-
I've got a soft voice. I'm not manly like these two, and certainly
There you
not
go.
loud like my husband.
so I've done my
So-
best to
It's nice.
balance
Not
his
gonna lie.
audio.
Yeah. So,
You have to wait until the break.
so
Let's figure it out then.
apologies to anyone who was expecting lots of loud and swearing and everything like that, because that's not me.
No.
Let's see how this prosecco goes.
And
Find out
my
some
hot
trigger
takes
warnings.
later. Andy, how have you been?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I've been in and out this year. Like it's been another crazy year in the family, and unfortunately, we've had a bit. Not to bring everyone down. Seems to come on the Christmas podcast and be like, "Hey, someone died." But you know, we lost. I lost my brother-in-law this year, so I've been doing a lot of stuff for my sister and everything like that, and it was a big shock for the family, obviously, because we weren't expecting it. Do you know what I mean? Basically,
Yeah.
Lovely send off for him. He was a biker. We had a bit. Well, you saw it.
Oh, it was amazing.
We had a
Yeah.
Ravager funeral for him, man. There's all these
Wow.
bikers came down and led the procession out, and you know, so that was nice.
That's a way to go.
Would have been better if he didn't die, but you know, it's
Yeah.
So it's been a bit of a crazy year with work and everything like that, but finally getting some time trying to turn things around a little bit for the new year, which will be hopefully nice. But yeah, it's so I was just saying, man, it's like I kind of feel when I actually look back on the year of what I've sort of like been watching and stuff. It will probably be a lot more than I think, but I swear, because I've been so busy, I don't feel like I've seen a lot this year or done a lot. I've been playing a bit more, like gaming wise. I've been doing a bit more gaming this year, which has been nice. I mean, I picked up that the handheld, the ROG, the Xbox handheld, the thing.
Yeah,
For how much it
that
costs,
one.
I should really know what it's called. But in typical British fashion, like in our house, when it's like where it's kept and stuff, I'll say to Donna about, pass me the thing.
That,
And she
yeah.
knows. She knows what it is because we speak English. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay.
That thing.
So yeah, I've been getting a bit more sort of like gaming in, which has been nice. Do you know what? I can't believe. You know, sometimes when you play a game and you can't believe you got sucked into it, is on a recommendation. I started playing that Hogwarts Legacy.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate to admit this, it's a really sound good. It's a good game. Mechanically, everything about it is a really good game. It's proper sucked in, actually.
I've heard good things from those that enjoyed Harry Potter as well. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Donna's a big Harry Potter fan, so like, it's something I can actually put on. I get
You can play and she'll watch you play.
I got this handheld so I can just play whenever I want. And she's like, no, you can play that on the big TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, glad
Nice.
I spent the money. But,
Nice.
you know, I've been playing like some platformers on it, stuff like Hollow Knight and things like that, because it's perfect for a handheld. Platformers on a handheld is the best, you know. So, obviously, 2D, Terminator 2Ds.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'll probably pick that up.
after
but,
many delays.
Yeah, but, I mean, man, it's probably a few things we haven't had a chance to talk about, because I don't think we've done a podcast together since like
The summer
WrestleMania.
before the that was
So
it. Yeah.
I know it's
Before
crazy.
Hulk passed,
I mean,
yeah.
Jeez.
obviously, 28 years later, I watched that. I don't know if you've talked about that on the podcast at all.
Which
Or
the-
28 years later, you talked about that one, or
Briefly,
Yeah.
you
Tried
and
to
I
get
are
that it
not
exists.
fans
I'm,
of 28 years later in
No.
the slightest.
I'm holding out for Bone Temple for it to answer some questions. Do you know what? Actually, sorry. I feel like it was a film of two halves, where I was like, you know, if the whole film was the first 45 minutes,
Yeah,
I'd be punching the air.
yeah.
Because that open, it's basically from when, you know, the Samson, you know, the guy who's like slapping his knee is chasing him across the,
The field?
no, the gorge, you know, like
Oh, yeah.
the walkway that opens up,
Yeah.
like everything up until then, and then when they get back, and it turns into an escort mission from like The Last of Us or something
Yeah.
for the next end of the film, and I was just like, what is going on? Not to mention the ending where I was like,
What choice was that?
already then. Again, I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt to go, let's see if they answer something. Maybe as a trilogy it makes sense. Maybe.
Well,
But I'm not a
they've
fan
even
of that.
written the third one yet. They're still like going, actually, we might do it now.
I don't know if they have funding for it yet.
That's right.
Because I at least I walked out of 28 years later going, I know the next one's filmed, so I
Yes.
know I'm gonna get something, because I feel like there's a lot missing from that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of try and hold on to hope on that one, but yeah, weird choices in that movie. Some good stuff, but also some really weird stuff. Like, I
Very
was like,
questionably.
every time they shot an arrow into someone's eye, I was like, "Stop doing that thing with your iPhone! It's really annoying!" Like, why they have to spin around it and that weird.
And
Anyway.
dude, yeah, and it wasn't even did it properly, so it felt like it jutted or it was.
I guess it was a choice, but yeah,
a
that's
stylistic
absolutely what
choice,
felt
but it
like.
was
That
awful.
weird,
The
so.
music choice, the weird World War II poem song that they used.
that
long
in a way
sequence.
was actually that, and like the flashing to like, was it like Henry V, where it was like,
I've
have you not seen
I've
it?
not
Yeah.
seen
It
it.
cuts back to loads of footage of like English archers and stuff, and I'm like, no, that's fine, that's cool. It's kind of talking about how, that they've reverted back to this different
Primitive
version
weaponry,
of
yeah.
England, and we've done it before, we're going to do it again, kind of thing. Like, okay, it just didn't pay off.
Yeah.
So
I've
that.
heard there's something about Jimmy Savile.
Oh, the Savilites that
The
turn up to
Savilites.
save
There's
the
a
day.
gang of people. This is, like I said, this is either going to work, or it's going to not, or it's just, you're just going to hate it so much it could never work. I don't get the choice. The one thing I would say is, like, this is a world where we don't know what he was.
Yeah.
So there's that little string of hope of, like, maybe it works out, because at the end of the day, the people on the island, they don't know what Jimmy Savile was. Maybe the world doesn't know what Jimmy Savile
That's
was.
it, because this
you know?
happened in the early 2000s.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
outbreak
It's
occurred,
presented
so-
as what it is, which is an alternative
We're in a time
history.
capsule.
The Sycamore
Yeah.
Gap tree's still there,
Right.
so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and that was obviously not anymore.
Not,
So there's little things like that. So I don't know. But it just doesn't feel like a complete movie, and it feels like I feel like two people had two scripts, and they wouldn't argue. They wouldn't say, "Fine, we'll do your idea." They're like, "We'll just do both and hope no one notices." Yeah, so that was a weird one. Other than that, Predator Badlands, went to see that one.
I have Predator Badlands on my catch up as well.
I'll
So
catch up
should
with it
we?
in a minute then? But the only other one I was going to mention
Save
was,
that one.
I know you. Did you see Long Walk?
I didn't.
Oh, you said you
like I
hadn't got
say,
to the cinema,
I
yeah.
actually literally not been to the cinema, I think, this year.
I took Jessica. I took the kid to go see The Long Walk, and we both really enjoyed it. And like, I won't say anything spoil it because you do want to watch it, but it's like right near the end where there's a very emotional scene very near to the end, and I'm just sucked in, watching it. And I just kind of glance over, and she's just rolling tears, and I'm like, "Oh crap, baby, you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." Like, I'm so sorry. Like,
Yeah, but that's because you build a connection with those on the walk
Yeah, she
throughout
loved
the
it.
journey, and
she absolutely loved it. So yeah, we can more. So, yeah.
What series have you watched?
We're not talking about Alien Earth. I know he's like,
No.
I'm not going to trigger him. Letter Kenny, obviously. Yeah,
Letter
watched a lot of Letter Kenny. To be fair.
Sorry, to be fair.
Yeah, me and the wife been doing that.
Yeah. So sorry, I had to say that because
Yeah, good.
that's one thing Ian said. You can't say about watching Letterkenny.
nice.
Harry hasn't watched it yet.
Every morning, I just get a text from him with some like Letter Kenny quote or something from it.
It is brilliant. Yeah, anybody's watch it. I actually got round to watching it. It's been on for a while, but The Adventures of Sabrina,
Okay,
Teenage
yeah.
Witch.
Oh,
yeah.
the newer one.
Yeah, which I actually really enjoyed. It was really
Nice.
good. So, and then obviously I'd
There are
finished
like 2
that.
seasons of that now. There's
No,
more than
there's
one
more.
season.
There's, yeah, there's quite. I can't remember how many seasons there were.
Oh wow.
There's quite a few. There's about 5, I think. Something like that. Anyway,
Jeez.
yeah, it was really good. And then I went on to Lock and Key,
Oh, Donna's watched that.
which
I
actually
think.
wasn't so bad.
Was that?
If
is
you
that
like one, you've no idea what that
No.
is. No.
Oh, it's like a fantasy one, isn't it?
It's about the house and the Locks that a family, and the dad dies, and so the mum moves to the family home with her 3 children, and they come across keys at random places. The keys whisper to them,
Yes, I
and
know the
each
one you
key
mean now.
has a purpose and does something.
Okay.
And it's quite. Yeah, it's quite. Yeah,
sounds
it's quite
interesting.
dark
Donna
and stuff
Donna
as well.
watches so many seasons like that they all meld into
Yeah,
one in
yeah.
my brain, because I always think, because there's a series that's based on, there was that film, the one with the Golden Compass.
Right, yeah.
There's a
yeah.
series based on it, but it's not called the Golden Compass.
Right.
So it's called something else,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, sometimes she'll be talking about that, and I'm like, is that the thing that they should... No, that's Lock and Key. I'm like, okay, they've all just rolled into one in my brain,
If they've not
clearly.
got the same name,
Apparently,
yeah,
it was a comic,
Oh, okay, there you
Lock
go.
and Key. So there you go.
Nice.
Thanks,
Yeah,
New
I might have
Advisor.
to look into that. That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
interesting.
no, I did. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. So yeah, I've done lots of seasons like that.
Oh, to be retired. You just binge watch
That
everything.
and baking for Ian,
Nice.
Oh,
but not baking too much because otherwise,
Yeah, I saw the suspension lean when he got in the car, to be fair.
that's right.
that was me. That was definitely me.
So I
We're
brought cake
running
this
low.
evening. So
Yeah, she brought cake as well.
It's going to be a good break. It's going to be an extended break.
Come back, I'm just cuddle loads with my beard and stuff. Yeah.
and then obviously started on the Christmas movies.
Nice.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been doing that. Yeah. I don't know. Like I found it this year as well because of like the way things have changed around. It's like it's that constant fight every year of like we want to watch this. Okay, have we got it on Blu-ray or DVD or is it on streaming? Or
Which
it's not on
streaming
Which one is it on?
on?
These are first world problems. I'm not going to lie, but these are the first world problems we're dealing with. You know, and I think we found that we didn't have Krampus, and it was on nothing, or I had to pay like $8.99 to rent it. And I was like, you ain't getting my $8.99. I went to HMV today and got it for like £7.
I think we've got it. You should have asked us. You know, we've got so many DVDs.
Well, that's true.
Like anything, you just ask us.
But I was in town, so I thought, well, I might as well get something positive while I'm here. But I find that's the struggle now is trying to find
what's it on.
Where is it? Well, let's go through your stuff and do the news because soon we might not have to look at too many different places.
It's only going to be
like one or two places that you have to go. Apparently. Oh dear.
Well, to bring the whole mood right crashing back down to horrible reality, the first thing I have on my list to catch up on is 2,000 meters to Andriivka, which is I think it released much earlier in the year, but it's now more available, and it's a Ukrainian platoon's mission a few years ago where they went through the fortified. It's like a mile-long strip of tiny forest. It's like a thin line, but it goes all the way to Andriivka, and the Russians are already occupying it. And we follow a journalist and this platoon after many failed platoons have already tried just to get back there.
Is this a dramatisation?
No, this is real footage.
It's real documentary.
Is this real? Like, there's a BBC reporter laying on the floor and some old lady comes past with her shopping and is like, what are you doing?
No.
Or is it actually real?
This was actually... Okay. It looks like the footage you've seen, it's the snippets that the media allowed us to be seen. And it is... I mean, I would say it's kind of... It's not a bloody affair. There are a few instances of a few close engagements where you see someone get popped in the head, and it's always really different when you see it in the film to when you see it in a documentary when it's real, because you're just like, there's no splendor or splatter, or it's very real, and it's very stilted almost, like it doesn't feel real. But the documentary was really captivating. It was about 2 hours long, and you get really engrossed in it because these people are terrified, yet they're doing their service, they're doing their thing, and you do start to get some attachments to them. And it's usually when you're like, oh, this is an interesting character, and then the narrator will be like, and then 6 months from now they disappeared and were never found in an attack at this town or this settlement. And you're like, everyone you meet in this documentary, in this bit of history, they're all gone now. And at the end, spoilers for the end of the documentary, they just go, they managed to retake Andriivka, but then it's still occupied by Russia again now. So it's just like, it's a really like, goddamn, like all these people have died, but you get to see their patriotism and their honor and their camaraderie with each other. But it was like really compelling viewing. So yeah, it was compared to like all of the news we're getting from there. So it was nice just to see hands-on, bird's eye right in there. Yeah. Devastating, absolutely devastating, especially the drone aerial views of the decimated landscapes and cities. It's just pop-marked. It's horrible. But yeah, fascinating watch.
Sorry.
Well, I'll talk about something that might actually be on my best of 2025, and that is Frankenstein. I thought it was funny that it was Nosferatu last year, and now it's Frankenstein this year.
Yeah, and you've got
the Mummy next year.
Well, no, and you've got the werewolf one that he's doing as well.
That's
isn't
right.
it?
Yeah. So all the classics have had solid remakes lately. So big thanks to Guillermo del Toro and the cast: Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi as the monster, and Christoph Waltz.
Can I just say as well, because I watched this,
Yeah,
I got so confused
well.
because I was like, hey, I thought it was Christian Bale. And that's a different one. He's
Right.
he's playing Is it like The Bride or something it's called? And it's he is
no
playing
idea.
Frankenstein's monster
That's it. Yes. Yeah.
in a film.
In a different
so
one.
it was, when he turned up, I was like, oh, look like Christian Bale. So I was like, that's not Christian Bale. I was like, no, that all tracks
That
then.
makes sense.
Well, I'm glad we're on the same page. But yeah. Sorry, go ahead with your Frankenstein.
Yeah, I'm just gutted that I missed the opportunity to see Frankenstein in the cinema because Netflix were like, we'll release it in that cinema and that one and that one. and that one, and only for enough time for it to play once, and that's it, we've qualified to be in the Oscars, that's it, call it out of the cinemas.
I get the feeling that we'll discuss Netflix's attitude towards the cinemas when we get to the news section.
Probably will, so wish I could have seen it in the cinema.
Bitches. I think this might be his kind of magnum opus. Really, do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You said you watched it.
I watched. I loved it. Yeah.
I
loved how this. Anybody who's not seen it, obviously spoilers, but the split in terms of the story.
Yes.
From the two angles.
I felt like it could have been more of a mini series and literally broken up.
Yeah.
Because it was just a bit too long. But I was still engrossed.
I
in the
didn't
whole
think that.
thing.
Yeah, I was engrossed. I didn't realise how long.
Part 1 and part 2.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
but this was good.
No, it's good.
Sound, man. When you first hear him in the opening scene, that just pulled me. I was like, "Oh, we're doing this. This is gonna be good." Like sound design is so overlooked in a lot of movies. I find
it sets the atmosphere, the tone, the feeling, the vibe, all of it. Yeah, and it feels like a good horror movie. It feels like a good adaptation, and the performances
when he moves, just when he moves and gets hold of someone, you're like,
destroying him. Yeah.
That was Del Toro going full Del Toro.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah. The next thing I want to bring up, I don't want to linger on it too long, because I absolutely hated it. And that is Predator Badlands.
Why did you hate it? It said 12A when you walked into it. You should have known what was going to happen.
No! I didn't. I mean, I should have done, because
he
Alien vs.
lived in
Predator
hope.
was PG. And I know it's by Disney, but Prey was fine, and Killer of Killers was fine. It's not as good as Prey, and now Predator Badlands, which is...
All the same guy, though, right? He did...
Yes.
I was going to ask.
Dan Trachtenberg.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why is it so different then from...
Now,
because they wanted to... Well, I'll let you go, but I think it's a very simple...
It's the tone. It is the tone of this film. It's not just that it's a 12A because there's no humans in the film, so therefore it's...
You couldn't make it. You couldn't make it a 15 or 18. You couldn't do it.
Not with the tone that this film has, because it is a family-friendly action-adventure film with cute sidekicks where the Predator has to learn teamwork and be in tune with his feelings for others, so that he can become a better predator and then go back and tell his daddy what he learned. And in the process of doing that, this being the runt, the worst predator ever, who he usually just absolutely killed like the Spartans at birth if they're defective or, they're just not built to become what they need to be. And so this predator, this runt, whatever, has been left alive until he has to be sent on this mission, and he ends up getting his ass handed to him the minute he lands on the planet. He's like, you know what, if I need to prove myself, I'll fight the biggest and baddest monster in the whole universe. It's like, no, you won't.
I did.
And he doesn't.
I quite like that he got immediately disarmed of all of his cool shit the second he lands on the planet.
I'm like, so what were you thinking? You deserve to be dead. Like, this is not...
Oh, he's not a smart
Predator
character.
I want to follow when I watch a Predator film. I don't want to watch the worst Predator in the universe hunting. That's the exact opposite of why I come to a Predator movie. So when he gets a cute sidekick with the big googly eyes going, oh, I miss my mummy.
100% that was the worst part of the film. Like, that's that was the worst part. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, no.
It's not, I always forget whether it's back on.
Yeah, it's not.
The problem is that you go on Disney as well. There is a Predator Badlands, but it's like a feature on it. So I keep thinking it's been released.
It hasn't.
I've only seen it the once.
I will watch it when it's
Look,
released.
I got to admit, as soon as I didn't really know, the only thing I'd seen of it was when we sort of discussed the overall look of him.
Yeah,
because everyone was freaking out the way he looked, and I was like, well, let's see.
He looks fine in the film.
I will. I'm not going to say that anything you just said was wrong.
Yeah.
But it's an adventure movie. This is The Mummy with Brendan Fraser or Avatar. I mean, this is
Disney targeting.
I agree.
Teen audience.
They couldn't make it a 15. They could only make it a 15 if they just put
Predator film.
The only way to make it even a 15 would have been to put a load of bad language in it, which would have made no sense whatsoever anyway. So there's nothing they could have done to have made it a 15 or an 18. And I've got to admit, internet, we've been clamoring for like an AVP with no humans in. It's always the humans are the weak point in the movie. Just give us it with no aliens or predators in. Well, guess what?
Not if you've got a good writer.
Very true. But I got to admit, it was kind of like, okay, I thought the opening of the movie was one of the best in the series because it's the most Predator opening of a Predator movie where you see him and his brother, they're spoilers, sorry, by the way. Him and his brother are training, you know, on this planet. His dad turns up and is like, he's supposed to be dead by now, you know, and it's like, basically he told his brother to kill him, and that's how the whole film starts.
Ian wikied it and told me, of course. You know.
I think Ian gave me the full rundown on Wiki before I'd seen it.
Yeah.
You know, so there's actually, I'm like, it's just kind of like, I kind of settled into it. It's like, okay, I get what this is going to be. They did one thing, it made me absolutely pucker up. I was so worried. Is like when he gets to the planet and he meets the synthetic. Yeah.
That's a convenience, isn't it? The whole planet.
Wait.
The whole planet.
I mean,
and he crashes right next to her.
That's like the first of many conveniences in the whole movie. But no, the one thing that really made me pucker, because don't get me wrong, I was like, I think this is the first Predator movie where anyone's even actually referred to them as Yautja.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we're doing it. But when she's like, she starts talking to him, she's speaking English. Every time he talks, you've seen him subtitled, he's speaking his own language. And she starts, a bit of exposition. She's like, hey, I'm going to use a universal translator now so you can understand me and I can understand you. And me and Nathan went, I looked at my mate, I said, if he starts speaking English, I'm leaving this cinema. If I have to sit through this movie where he's speaking English, we're done. And thankfully they didn't. They just were like, so now you know why they're communicating. I was like, okay, all right, well done. That would have been the worst mistake ever. And yeah, it's a PG adventure movie that happens to have Predator lore through it. But I just think I made my peace with it early. And was like, okay. You know, he's there, he's rooting around the jungle, he finds like a flower, he looks at it, it starts swelling, so he throws it and it explodes, and he's literally like, oh. I'm like, that's gonna come up later. You know, like, it was littered with too much MCU humor. Because it's a 12A, it was absolutely littered with that, you know. In fact, to be honest though, of everything in it, the one thing that really, I was like, what a misstep in a way, was like, you know, she's talking about, there's two synths played by the same character. It's, is it Dakota Fanning?
Ellen...
No.
I wouldn't say Parnell, but it's
well, it's the same person.
Ellie Fanning.
That's what I said, Dakota Fanning. So, you know, she's like, oh, she's my sister and stuff like this, and we're close as anything like this. And the other one is kind of like the evil synth, and she wants to kill the Predator. And it's like, the second she starts attacking the Predator, it's like, his synth just totally swaps sides and goes with him. And there's never, I was like, I thought you two were close as sisters. I was like, did I nod off for a second, miss a bit where you had a bit of conflict? She's like, no, I'll just take your side now. So I was like,
I'm just gonna, by the way, just send my severed legs to go off and on a killing spree.
I was like, I was watching that scene. Going, oh, you just lost so many people.
Yeah, I wanted to get up and leave the cinema.
I just kind of, I don't know. Overall, I was like, do you know what? This is one that I will put on a Sunday with the kid or something and watch it.
Yeah,
because I'm like, it's not my Predator.
No,
it's just not
anymore. It's done. That is done.
I kind of was like, do you know what? It's like, as long as we get more people spending more money, because the good thing about 12A is like make more money because more people can go see it.
And they did, yeah.
Give me, you know, when that's my mum and stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's see the feet. Let's do more with the lore. Let's expand it. I'd like to see him do more, but go back to Prey. Is what we were saying. Yeah. I'm a sucker for the Predator. I gotta admit, I love that alien. He's so cool, but. This one was tough.
I think you're way too nice on it.
I am, mate. I'm being very generous to it, but I think sometimes you find a movie where you just like, you kind of just accept what it is.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's about expectations.
Like, I remember when they re-released RoboCop, and I was like, why does that say 12 on it? We're supposed to be shooting dicks off.
Right.
I was like, okay, I guess we know what this is going to be.
This is a money maker. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I want to talk about something that I actually have been surprised, and I was only saying to Ian the other day, like, when they talk about adapting established horror franchise or horror icons to the silver screen, to streaming, to whatever, to the small screen. Welcome to Derry is how you bloody do it. You do need your Bill Skarsgård. You do need him because he did reinvent Pennywise, you know, and even if everyone didn't really like It Part 2, no one really likes It Part 2 of the TV, you know, adaptation back in the 90s. That's just the way the story goes. So with this story, Welcome to Derry, they've gone back 27 years before the events of It Part 1, which is interesting because the dates and the times now don't mesh up, because It the latest adaptation finished in 2016 chronologically, so all the dates are off. But anyway, we've gone back 27 years to the events before the Losers Club, and we follow a new collection of children. And I knew that this show was quite special, where by the end of the second episode, there were an awful lot of fatalities. And when we've been gearing up to talk about Stranger Things, or Stranger Things have been pretty prevalent lately, and Stranger Things is borrowing from, well, the Stephen King kind of universe.
Oh, 100%.
And so now when we go back to Stephen King universe, you're like, oh wow, Stranger Things is Disney. Because the Stephen King universe is nasty and violent, and if you're a kid, well, you're likely gonna die in a horrific, horrendous, memorable way. And that's what happens in Welcome to Derry. The kids are not safe. They are going to get messed with psychologically by Pennywise, who doesn't even appear for the first half of the season, but the effect of him being there, the town being polluted, corrupted by his evil presence, the way that the children are hallucinating and having nightmares and their own fears being used against them. Yeah, the CGI, just like the It movies, it wanders from pretty impressive to that's really cheap, and I'm glad that effect is off the screen already.
Lighting is never your friend.
Yes, yeah. I also feel like James Remar's acting was a little bit wooden, but it was still great to have him on screen. However, I do feel like some of the locations and some of the shots felt like they were done on the fly, on the quick. All the backgrounds just kind of got a blurred filter to it, so the actor looks like he's in front of a green screen. And there's a few instances of that throughout the show, and I was like, considering the other strengths of the show, I can forgive some of these weaker moments. I also feel like the cast is not massive, but there's enough characters, and what they've done in an interesting way is tie in a lot of the lore of Pennywise, exploring what's in the books, but making it work for the for the film adaptation. So what we might be seeing is some characters are actually the parents of someone from the Losers Club. So when you see those connections, also connections to Shining and the extended Stephen King universe. But the 7th episode of this show made me put this right onto my top 10 of the year without a doubt, because that episode was film worthy, go to the cinema worthy. That was like
how many episodes are there?
There's been 7 of 10 so far.
Oh, it's going to be 10, is it?
When the 7th episode finished, I was like, banging. That was a brilliant first season. I'm like, there's still 3 episodes to go.
10's quite a lot these days, to be fair.
Yes.
Everyone seems to be loitering around 8, don't they?
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
Alien Earth was 8.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is going to be 8.
Yeah. It's probably a budgetary thing, or
I'll watch Predator Badlands 8 times in a row before I watch Alien Earth again.
I'm done. No. Neither or.
These franchises are dead.
They are, man. Terminator, Predator, Alien, RoboCop.
So Welcome to Derry's like a prequel.
It is a prequel, yes.
Does it explain the origins of Pennywise then?
Interestingly, it also jumps 27 years before this season, and it also jumps another 27 years before that. So we're going into the early 1900s, where we do, in this season as well, get to find the circus, and we get to see the something Grey, I've forgotten his name, who is Pennywise the dancing clown. Skarsgård plays the human,
right?
That Pennywise is lurking in the woods and sees Pennywise attracting the children, and the evil will come up to the clown, the human, and say, "How do you do that with the kids? Come with me into the woods for a second."
In it, chapter 2, he appears briefly, doesn't he?
Yes.
Essentially as that character. You see, he's got the comb over his stuff.
But I also really like that.
So again, I've not watched it, but you can't help but see clips of it now.
Of course, because it's going viral. Because finally Skarsgård is doing his thing. But when they greenlit Welcome to Derry, they greenlit it as a 3-season project, and each season will go back 27 years. So by the time we get to season 3, we're going all the way back to the early 1900s to see. I mean, the thing is, it actually landed on Earth before humans existed.
I can't wait to see it land in season 3, and it's just not sort of comet or something. That'd be amazing.
But then it wasn't the clown by then, so it's only at the 1900s onwards does it take on the persona of Pennywise, And before that, it just used whatever other evil. But before that, even, it was mostly trapped in Derry because of the ship that it was in was actually a prison, so it couldn't wander anywhere, which is why it remained trapped in Derry and didn't go and wander England or whatever. Yeah. Welcome to Derry has been really mind-blowingly brilliant because the production's there, the acting's there, you feel for the characters, and when the fatalities happen, you are moved by them, and so are the characters within the show. So, yeah, really good.
Is this the first time that we've had it where I mean, there's been a few instances where maybe we've had a series and then you've finished it with a film and stuff like that. I think The Boys are doing that, if I'm correct. But is this the first time where they've done a series based on a film? They've actually pulled the actual actors back in. Do you know what I mean?
I think so, yeah.
I can't think of any examples. Sorry, chat.
I mean, other than like Firefly going into Serenity, but you know, it's
that's what I mean. Like X-Files, the other way around.
Yeah, but not the other way around. Yeah,
definitely. No, that's cool, man. I am looking forward to, like I said, with time off. It's time to catch up on a few things, mostly before our next thing. Did you laugh because I said time off then? I can go off you.
It's like gold dust.
She's like, do you mean life?
Last show I want to bring up very quickly before we get into the news, and that is Pluribus. And I think Pluribus will end up on my best of the year as well, simply because of its originality and the creativity with this show. It's been created by Vince Gilligan. You'll recognize him from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He even has one of the actors from Better Call Saul in it, Rhea Seehorn. And she plays a character called Carol Sturka, who was a novelist. And one day, the Earth has been taken over by an alien parasite, a hive mind, a creature, a signal from another planet. The gist of it is the entire human population has now become a singular hive mind, except for like 12 individuals. But the entire hive mind are also happy and in a state of permanent bliss.
It's Unity from Rick and Morty.
Right, yeah, it is. So she is then trying to communicate through them and with the others in the world, because she can talk to somebody else on the other side of the planet, because she can talk to the hive mind who's talking then to one of the other individuals. So there's lots of interesting dynamics. Even there's a cameo by John Cena. You might not recognize him, you might not see him, but he's there. There's a lot of cameos, a lot of really good actors, but a lot of them are just people that I don't recognize. They just feel like humans that are part of the hive mind. It's a mystery, so every episode another thing becomes clearer as Carol tries to discern whether this can be reversed, because they tell her, like, whatever you want, we'll get it for you. She's like, well, you know, I want an atomic bomb. So they're just like, well, okay, if you really want an atomic bomb, we'll give it to you. And then they go out of the way to go and do it.
Okay.
So, like, they will do whatever she asks because they are 100% compliant with her. But spoilers, it gets to a point where they're like, hey, Carol, look, we need a bit of space, so we're moving every single human within your vicinity away. With all of us. Because when Carol loses her temper with them, they just drop dead. But she doesn't realise, like, it's a hive mind. Right. So how many of them across the whole planet just dropped dead? Right. So there's a lot of the mystery. It keeps building and building and building. So I don't know where it's going. I don't know how it's going to end. Yes.
The internet.
Yes.
It's somewhere.
It's on a perfectly legal stream.
It's on one of the many streaming services available. Like,
you know, Jessica came up to me the day I was out on my work Christmas do last night. God knows how I'm alive today. But fucking bottomless brunch, man, Jesus. But she was like, "Oh, me and Mum wanted to watch the Grinch, the animated one."
Oh yeah.
Which we actually consider the best version in our house. But she was like, "We couldn't find it. We got it on Blu-rays in the cupboard. It's like the Blu-rays are in one cupboard. You can't lose." Like, "Oh well, I couldn't find it." And then I was like, I turned the TV on and it come up with all this stuff, and I was like, "Oh baby, it's also streaming on ITVX." Yeah. And she's like, "I didn't think to look on ITVX." I was like, "Of course you didn't. I just use it for Letterkenny."
Right.
And just before you go on to the news,
yeah.
I did bring another treat apart from cake today for us to try.
Cocaine!
Oh,
it's going to be a white Christmas now.
That's my one.
Oh shit! I was like,
that's one for you.
Oh, amazing. I'm already excited because she's breaking out shot glasses.
Right.
One for you.
That might work.
Linda, why have we got the bigger glasses?
So this is
Jesus Christ.
This is. Have you heard of toffee vodka?
I mean, I've heard of them individually.
Have you got something sharp to break open this?
Only me wit.
Hang on a minute.
You tell me you can't do it with them nails.
Can't find the end. So
Lady Deathwish over
there
there.
we go. So toffee vodka, but this is not. This is toffee rum.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, so for
I imagine it'll have a thicker texture to it.
It's an enormous cork. Look at this size. Like.
So it's toffee rum liqueur. So it's not spilling it everywhere.
No.
Oh God.
Oh, let me grab your glass. Sorry.
There we go. So I just thought we'd No, I'll do Gary's
No,
glass.
sorry. Let me
Do mine
See you,
last.
Nick. Welcome on in. I'm about to have
Oh, you can smell the toffee.
Yeah, I can
rum.
smell the toffee from
And I
just passing it. That's amazing.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, and
Just the smell, yeah.
yeah, no, it smells lovely. So toffee vodka's really smooth, nice. So I just thought this would be right.
Toffee rum, you said, yeah?
Toffee rum, yeah.
Right, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Cheers,
Christmas,
indeed.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
You can
You
tell.
can sip it or down it. That's up to
It's
you.
going
Yeah,
down.
ready?
No bite. Smooth as
That's
hell.
Smooth.
frighteningly
Yes,
easy.
really smooth. That's bit dangerous.
Yeah, that tastes like Baileys. That's like drinking Baileys. That is frightening. What proof is that?
It's actually not too bad. It's only 20%.
She was going to say 40. I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, that's okay, but
So-
bloody hell, that's like...
So I just thought, at opportune points
Yes.
throughout the stream, we can all do a
Have a hit.
happy Christmas hit. That is very smooth, very nice.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you very
Where'd you
much,
get that from?
Linda.
What's it called?
Nice,
Can I
yeah.
grab it?
Yeah. I haven't got a label on it. Is there? No, there isn't. It's from
Just shapes.
it's from a very well-known supermarket beginning with S.
Oh, okay. Sticky toffee rum liqueur.
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw that and I thought, ooh.
Yeah, that's very tasty.
So that I thought, I'm retired, I can do what I want.
Cheers.
Well, I'm going to bring it all back to crashing down again as we get into the news, because there's been a couple of notable deaths that should be honoured. And the first one I want to bring up is Udo Kier, who has passed away at the age of 81. And this guy has worked in the cinema, worked in films in the cinema, film and television for over 7 decades. Worked with very notable directors and was beloved for all of his work, especially in the horror genre. From Andy Warhol's Flesh of Frankenstein to 1974's Blood for Dracula, playing Dracula to an elder vampire in Blade in 1998. He also had roles in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, as animal collector Ron Camp. He worked with Madonna, Lars von Trier, and Gus Van Sant, as well as appearing in the Command and Conquer Red Alert series of games. Prolific actor, cult star, and he certainly will be missed.
He rode a T-Rex dressed as Hitler.
Right. He was his Suspiria. Yeah, like just a real cult star, so yeah, he definitely will be missed.
It's one of those actors where you sort of like, you say you don't know his name, but you've seen him in 1,000.
That's
face,
yeah.
He's like
Well,
that
do you
guy,
know
bad
what?
guy.
I think that is the sweet spot of acting, because in a way it's like, you not taking anything away from the guy obviously that, but it's like, you're not George Clooney, you're not like this
You haven't got that
jet-setting
pressure.
mega star.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I make a living doing what I love.
Yeah.
And like, you probably goes down a street, and if there's 100 people, 10 people recognize him.
Yeah.
Still don't know his name, but are like, hey, aren't you the guy?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Recognize
dude,
your face.
Yeah.
you won at acting. Well done.
Yeah. Now, here's another one that's, I have the same feelings towards, although I do struggle to pronounce his name. Karihuyaki Tagawa has passed away at the age of 75, and Tagawa was born in Japan, Tokyo. He moved around the United States during his adolescence, hailing from a military family. But he later moved to LA, where he began acting, and he taught his own style of martial arts, Chushin. Tagawa went on to star in a slew of notable films, though, including License to Kill, Planet of the Apes, 2001 version, Memories of a Geisha, and of course, the one we all really know him from, Mortal Kombat! Your soul is mine! Following Tagawa's appearance in the first Mortal Kombat film, he additionally later portrayed the character of Shang Tsung in the 2013 series Mortal Kombat Legacy and one episode of Mortal Kombat X, and then the video game Mortal Kombat 11, including its follow-up Aftermath and Ultimate. The actor actually told AV Club in 2015 that Mortal Kombat for him was a game changer for his career,
See what he did there.
while reflecting on returning for the Legacy video game. In his words, he said, "Oh, it was a pleasure of reprising the role of Shang Tsung. I think it just gives me an opportunity to refresh it for this new generation. And the game keeps getting bigger, so I think it will go on. It's definitely a huge part of my career, but there are so many films I've been in. I've been in a lot of cult movies, but I've been very fortunate to have been involved in projects that people remember. Me, personally, I'll always remember him from a short-lived sci-fi TV show called Space Rangers, where he played an alien called Xylin. He was a semi-telepathic fighter who wore a cybernetic collar around his neck to cage his aggressive instincts. And whenever there were bad guys on board, if they needed to unleash him, they just took his collar off and he would fuck them up.
So man, he was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
awesome.
Crazy as well because I think it's great that they cemented his legacy in the new game, because I think Mortal Kombat now, it might be the biggest fighting game now available. I can't think
over
of many.
Tekken, Street Fighter.
Yeah, man. I mean, because it's still so current. I think they dropped Mortal Kombat 1 on. I know they dropped Mortal Kombat 1 on Games Pass, because I was on my thing the other day and it just popped up, and because you can just stream on there, I was like, put some Mortal Kombat on.
Yeah.
And they've got so many new licenses, isn't it, where they bring Homelander's on it, and all these
they've had
different,
the
Omni-Man and
Jason.
I think Art the Clown's probably on it by now, so it's like so for him to be part of that, it's a good legacy, man.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, here's the big news.
I'm going.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up too much, but I figured, well, as a movie channel, should probably discuss a moment that's happening in Hollywood.
Something weird's going to happen.
So, to break it down, this is the sale of Warner Brothers is currently seeing an ongoing bidding war between Netflix and Paramount Studios now, following Warner Brothers Discovery's decision to explore strategic alternatives for its business.
Can I just say, sorry as well, I got an email.
I did. I got it. Yeah, I was going to say.
Netflix, right, we're proud to say that we've won a bid to buy Warner Brothers today. And I went onto the news and it was like, Paramount were like, no, you didn't. I was just like, I don't.
It's because Paramount are a bunch of little bitches that ran up to President Trump going, look what Netflix are doing. They're not Hollywood.
It's it's about, and in regards to, it's about monopoly laws, isn't it?
It is kind of, but it's, I mean, this is the first time a chunk of Hollywood has really been sliced and diced and ready to be passed away from theaters into streaming predominantly, despite Netflix going, well, we still will release stuff into theaters when we want some perceived prestige so we can get an Oscar nomination so we look even better.
This is the tagline from AVP. Whoever wins, we lose.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Now, I do have the big fear though. I won't go into any of the other spiel. I'll just say my big fear is if Paramount do win this claim, I worry as a YouTuber because we review movies and we have a backlog of Warner Brothers films that we've had the copyright battles with. But when Paramount, if they then suddenly become the owners of all those films,
you're going to have to fight them all over again.
No, we won't have to fight. Their channel will be deleted. Because,
they'll just take it down.
Because we'll have an entire backlog of films, more than 3. So we're talking double digits. Paramount will just be like, strike. Oh, you deleted, well, strike some more, so you're never coming back. And it won't just be our channel. It'll be a lot of channels because Paramount are the worst company in Hollywood for striking and taking down video content on YouTube. So fair use doesn't mean anything to those rat bastards. And we know Paramount have got to be in serious financial trouble if they are nickel and diming tiny little movie review channels on YouTube if they need those pennies to stay afloat, which is why it's baffling how somehow they've paid out multiple millions of dollars to Trump because they've fudged the editing with what he said, and they've had nothing but the disastrous run of Star Trek. They've run properties into the ground, yet somehow they've managed to front over $100 billion bloody dollars. And it's like, and you're telling me Hollywood's in trouble when they can just sum up this much money?
And I'm also
Netflix
like, I still don't think that Netflix
cash.
can't just go,
cash,
we'll just pay you more.
They can't. They're offering stocks. That's why the Paramount deal is more lucrative because that's just straight up money. Whereas Netflix,
but where is it coming from? Like you said, though,
where?
The issue I have, don't get me wrong, it's like I completely and I'm not be funny if I could wave a wand if it would affect you guys better for Netflix getting it. I hope that's what happens. But
I agree.
The thing that worries me about Netflix having that monopoly as well is just exactly like we were talking about. Is I can't remember the guy's name, but he's publicly stated that he's like he's not a fan of the cinema experience. He's like, I don't want people going to the cinema.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, bitch, it's not your choice. Like, we do like going to the cinema, or we want films to, do well. And again, it just becomes like, well, what about a film that's not on your platform? If you destroy this way of getting them out, you know what I mean? I mean, cinemas have just been like on a roller coaster ride for the last 20 years, really. With everything that's been changing through streaming, and just the idea either way of just one more company getting that much, again, not to say it like that monopoly. I understand there's other stuff to it. I understand the argument Paramount are making with that. It's an easy thing to exploit. Yeah. Even though it doesn't seem to mean a lot, because there's some stuff that's just circumvented it. But just from as a consumer, as a fan, the idea of like just having like you got like two companies to choose from is like.
It's all right. Probably in about 10, 20 years, Disney will just own everything anyway.
I don't know.
Probably by then.
No, I don't know. I think I was going to say if it was any of them, I'd say Netflix is more likely because
to still be standing. Yeah.
But again, I'm not going to voice any of it, or I'm not going to turn the podcast in any way into like a political platform. But like, I take issue with certain streamers that some are worse than others, or some like more strong, like that really push their own sort of agendas.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of that. I don't like it. I've cancelled things over that. So, a lot of people, you're gonna have to make a couple of harsh choices in regards to like giving up maybe some entertainment, depending on who gets what. It's a weird time. It
is.
We peaked in the 90s as a civilization. We really did.
Yeah, 2012, man, the world really did end, and we're just living in a kind of upside-down universe where nothing changes, just gets worse. Well, Christmas! Well, let's talk about what are next. And I have to caveat this news segment will be filled with nothing but sequels, reboots, remakes, and there's nothing original.
That's all we got.
2026, everyone, it's on its way.
We've exhausted originality.
First up, Scarlett Johansson has now been cast in the new Exorcist movie by Mike Flanagan. I think it's kind of nice to see Scarlett Johansson do a new horror movie. She hasn't done one since Under the Skin.
Under the Skin was boss.
Yeah.
So
she really not.
She hasn't done a horror film
since
since. No, gosh. She's done superhero stuff, dramatic stuff. Last film she was in was Jurassic Park. So I had horror moments, but yeah. Mike Flanagan, I have a lot of respect for.
When I watched the trailer, and I went, nope.
But Mike Flanagan said that Scarlett is a brilliant actress whose captivating performance always feels grounded and real. And from genre films to blockbusters, I couldn't be happier to have her join the Exorcist family. So, don't know what role she's going to be playing. I don't know if she's going to be stabbing herself with a crucifix, vomiting green blood, or being the mother or sister or relative to the possessed, or we don't know.
So we
literally know nothing about this film yet.
That opening sentence is such a roller coaster. Scarlett Johansson, starring in a new Exorcist movie, by Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Evil Dead Burn has finally wrapped production after an 11-week shoot.
And they don't miss, people. We've officially...
There's no bad
Evil Dead products.
This one is set for next summer by director Sebastian Vanisek.
Well done.
Now, he said, I told the studio that I wanted to make a nasty movie. A movie that hurts, from which you come out the other side tested, and I'm going to put all the horror I have inside. It will be cathartic. So with that coming from the director, with Sam Raimi behind him, with Bruce Campbell and Lee Cronin behind Evil Dead Rise, also there as a producer, it feels like they are building the Evil Dead universe into the next Marvel. No.
Hey, this is what I'll say. If you're releasing a horror movie next year and you're going, this is going to be a nasty movie, I'm like, you're releasing a movie the same year as Terrifier 4.
Good luck.
I suggest you back that up.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
this is a French
I don't want
filmmaker. His last film was Infestation, and it made me uncomfortable. Now, Terrifier doesn't make me uncomfortable to the extreme that I know.
Yeah, I don't want that in an Evil Dead movie.
No, Yeah, so I think there's different types of terror, and I think this Evil Dead, I'm hoping it will deliver based on his previous work, so... Yeah.
But you haven't missed. Don't be the guy that misses.
Now, in true horror fashion,
I'm going.
it's been made official that Alien Earth Season 2 is going ahead because Sigourney Weaver liked it. I don't know.
Why?
And we will watch it.
Because she was paid.
I feel like Rick Moranis in Space Wars. How? Who?
Yeah. They are moving ahead with the second season, but they are moving it to London now, where the original Alien films were made. That means they're moving away from the Thailand base, finally. Which are we just going to start in London now? Like, how do we get here? Don't know. Forget about last season. Doesn't matter.
We can't get budget Timothy Chalamet back with us even.
No, Hawley said that it's a story about humanity. Trapped between nature that's trying to kill us and the technology that we've created that's trying to kill us. And that feels a lot like the world we live in, and so I feel like there's a lot to really grapple with. Nothing about the fucking xenomorph.
Could you grapple with the xenomorph maybe?
Right.
Could you maybe not pet it in this one?
That motherfucker said the same shit about season 1. It was all the political landscape, all these corporations, now they're vying for power. There's like 2 fucking scenes in 8 hours with that. Like, you can't tell me that's what your season was about.
Oh, mate, don't. Hey, kids, we can just put you in another box. Actually, I'm not going to do that at all. I'm not touching that. No. But,
Moving
can you
on.
feel the heat? Sorry.
Moving on.
Jesus Christ. Godzilla -1. Sequel confirmed is Godzilla -0.
Okay.
No details.
Which is just
Nothing.
Godzilla, surely?
They've just said
Like,
it's coming.
There's going to be
It's
another
happening.
Godzilla film.
Yeah, I was like, surprising.
Thing
no
is,
one.
though, ironically, the details just be, do you see that first one?
Yeah. Same.
You're going to want to go see this one.
Expect more.
Hey, so actually, that's what. No, since you're going through sequel news, did anyone watch Troll 2?
I didn't
No.
know.
I started. Here's the thing. I started watching it. I was really enjoying it, and then Ian rang me and talked to me for 45 minutes, and the girls didn't pause it.
Oh, no. It's subtitled, though, right?
Well, yeah, but
Doesn't matter.
I don't want to be talking.
Once Ian and Andy are on the phone, it's like, that's it. Like, Ian actually has to move to a different room.
Dude, what do you think's going to happen on Raw? All right, hang on.
Nice. New Mummy film. But not just a new Mummy film, a new Mummy film with
Brendan Fraser!
Brendan Fraser is coming back. But not only that, his wife in crime, Rachel Weisz, is not his real wife, in-universe wife, who obviously didn't appear in the last film, which also seems to be being erased from the canon. So no Tomb Dragon Emperor thing. But we've got no other details.
No nationality swapping son either.
Right.
He's the most English kid in the world in Mummy 2, and then suddenly the most American.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All that we really needed to hear was Brendan Fraser, and we were just like, yes.
Same as Godzilla, isn't it? It's just like, just put your money down.
Yeah,
Just put your money down.
It's worth it. Well, this is the one where everyone is hoping people will put their money down. Gremlins 3 has now officially been confirmed at Warner Brothers / Netflix / Paramount Studios. One of them is making it. Chris Columbus, though, writer of the original film, is back. Steven Spielberg, producer of the original film, he is back. Columbus will be now directing this one because no Joe Dante. The writer for the new one is the duo behind the latest Final Destination film, Final Destination Bloodlines, which Ian and I actually really enjoyed. I thought it was a refreshing take on the franchise, and it didn't suck. After like almost a 15-year break, there was a new entry that didn't suck. So
that's the line.
Yes,
like that's
exactly.
That's how high the bar is. It was like, didn't suck.
I have faith in Columbus. I like Spielberg enough, and when they say we're doing puppets, God damn you, we're doing puppets. I'm like, oh God.
I was about to say to you the fact that it said
Spend
Christmas
it, yeah.
2027 and not next year. I was like, are they doing it physical? Like,
Yes.
oh,
I'm like, that is going to be
just make it look like the
redeemer
last two.
for
That's
me.
all you got to do.
Yes, yeah.
If you make it look like the last two, I might not even hear the dialogue.
Right.
It doesn't matter how bad a script is.
Now, over at Paramount, a new Star Trek film is in the works. There's a lot of new duos lately, but you're going to hear me say a duo a lot. This is from the duo behind the most recent Dungeons & Dragons film. Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly have been handed the reins, and now a clean slate with Star Trek. So this film will not feature any returning cast or crew from any established Star Trek canon. Paramount seemed to be shifting away from the bad robot Kurtzman era of Star Trek, which is why Star Trek Starfleet Academy was cancelled before even a single episode had aired, because contractually they are not allowed to make any more Trek because things are going on behind the scenes, like trying to buy Warner Brothers. So they don't know how much money they've got for sets. All we know is that everything has been dismantled. It's why Strange New Worlds was also cancelled, and they rushed filmed seasons back to back so that they could then cut them up and release them, because they're not allowed to film any more Trek under their umbrella, because Paramount are like, it sucks, the fans hate it, even we hate it, it's time to stop. It's time to stop. So whole new Trek movie. Whether that will then be a launch point for a new series, or whether whoever takes the reins of Star Trek after that gets to play in the original Star Trek timeline, or whether it all just folds in on itself like the house at the end of Poltergeist, I don't know.
Get out.
Right. Well, I don't want to get political, but did you know that if you're the president of America, you can just demand Hollywood make movies for you?
Do you know, I just thought this was a meme until I read it. I was like, oh no, he did it. Oh, okay.
Have some benefits, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
totally.
Paramount pulled their pants down, bent over, and shat out, or they're in the process of shitting out a brand new Rush Hour. Yay.
I like Rush Hour.
Good.
I don't know what everyone's expecting. Like, it's not Shakespeare, it's fun.
More of the same.
Yeah.
So it's going to have Jackie Chan in it?
Yes, yeah. Paramount is sparing no expense when their president comes calling.
How
They're
old's Jackie Chan now?
He's got to be in his 60s.
like, yeah.
I think he is.
Even older?
Yeah.
He's got to be older. Right?
When's the last film he was in?
Rush Hour 3?
No, the Karate Kid, right?
Yeah.
And
Actually,
Karate Kid, which I haven't seen.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
yeah, you was, yeah.
Or Cobra Kai. No, it was Karate Kid, wasn't it?
It was Karate
Did you
Kid.
call it Karate Kid or Cobra Kai?
Oh,
It was
no.
Karate Kid. It
Cobra
was.
Kai Legends?
Was that the subtitle to Karate Kid? I didn't watch it.
No, I haven't watched it.
No.
After Cobra Kai finished, I was actually quite.
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin it.
quite content. Yeah, even though Danny turns up, and it was like, I'm happy where we left it. Chris Tucker too. Apparently, I mean, you can't do Rush Hour without the whole gang, right?
Yeah.
So the thing that also gets me with Rush Hour 4 is not only are they getting the cast back together, they're getting the whole band back together, including director Brett Ratner, who you may not have seen him do any films lately. Why? Because he's in hiding from severe sexual allegations and
really
abuse.
bad.
But I guess if
Another
President Trump goes, he's fine,
Oh, it doesn't matter.
just bring him right back out and he can carry on directing in Hollywood
that's
again.
rough.
So-
That's rough.
Jeez.
Have you guys seen the latest series of South Park?
Yes.
No.
Have you seen the latest episode?
No. I'm only one behind.
Wow.
That's all
Do you know what's funny is, like, I've been enjoying it because it's South Park and I love
And
South
it's
Park.
relevant.
Well,
Oh, it's always
no,
been
do you know
relevant.
what? Oh, I mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
is, absolutely. And I know some people, like, look, don't get me wrong, when I'm almost, like, apolitical to this point, but I don't care.
Yeah.
But I was almost a bit like, oh, man, because they actually used Trump, I don't care if they want to take the piss out of him, but I'm like, no, Garrison was... You had Garrison as your a version of
stand-in.
Trump.
Yeah.
It was smarter. This is really on the... And the thing is, I'm like, it's really on the nose. And then they do something, I'm laughing my head off. I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I found... I won't spoil the last... I don't know if it's the latest episode for you, but what they do, there's, like... I mean, not even a wink to the audience, but, like... Oh, my God.
It's funny.
Oh, it's horrifying.
Golden
It's horrifying.
South Park.
Yeah. But it's a Christmas episode, so...
Oh, excellent.
That's why I bring it up.
Timing.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I got one last news story to cover, and that is Paranormal Activity. Another franchise that everyone thought was done, but it's not dead yet. Yeah, I mean, who is it? It's Blumhouse have just said that we've now got James Wan on board to help shepherd in the next iteration of Paranormal Activity, and that's pretty much because James Wan's just finished with the Conjuring franchise. So, like, well, no,
Yeah,
that's
he's never touched Paranormal Activity before.
he hasn't. No. But
We took the kids to see the last
Yeah.
Conjuring movie. It was all right.
I enjoyed Last Rites.
I
as well.
always
I've
find them
enjoyed
to
all
be.
of them.
Yeah, I just kind of find them to be like middle of the road,
Yes.
easy enough. I confuse them with Insidious because it's Patrick.
It's him. Yeah.
So it's like oh, wasn't the last one with this episode? Like, that's Insidious, Dad. I'm like,
Yeah,
I treat it as one universe.
pretty much. Yeah, it's like the twin one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
His first marriage and his last marriage.
yeah. So they've said that last time the Blumhouse made a Paranormal Activity film, it was on a budget of like $15,000. But now they've got James Wan in. They've made this collaboration with Atomic Monster. They want to actually put $15 million into the next one. Whether that makes it better or not, I don't know, because the first one was still the best one.
What'd they do? Buy an iPhone outright and just give it to him and like film it?
Well, that's it. That was the whole thing about the low budget found footage thing. Is it was low budget. Yeah,
But there's a limit, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, new chapter to look forward to. Paranormal Activity probably out next Halloween, I imagine. At least there'll be something horror related in the cinemas this next year. Is that next October? Oh, that's the one. Well, good luck, Paranormal Activity. Got a couple of trailers to see us through to this the end of this segment. The first one being.
You watch it, right?
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah.
Years later, The Bone Temple.
I'm going to echo what I said to Linda outside.
What
that trailer was a bag of cats taped together and thrown in the air.
Yeah, well said. I got nothing. I'm just absolutely hated 28 Years. This looked like more of the same insanity without much of a story at all. Like, there was I couldn't discern much of a story at all from that trailer. Just anarchy, insanity, and absolutely mind-boggling plots that when you try to piece any of this together, you just... No. It doesn't even feel like the original two movies in the slightest.
Oh, no, it doesn't. I mean,
I don't know it's supposed to have been 28 years later.
I was going to say it shouldn't,
but still,
as a trailer, honestly, I'm just like, look, if like me, for example, if you're gonna go watch it because you're like, well, I want to find out what the first one was talking about, don't watch this trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, look, again, it's in a way, maybe it's because we're gonna get onto the second trailer in a minute of a film I really did want to see, and that's trailers piss me off because in a way, well, you know what? I can't say it spoiled anything because I don't know what the hell happened.
Did not watch the next trailer because I refused to.
Oh, really?
And Ian's forced me to talk about it.
Yeah.
I was like, when I said that to him, I was like, I wish I never watched it.
I said, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
That film's already sold.
Too much weight.
I will bring it up.
So anyway, the second trailer is Ready or Not 2.
Right.
Ooh.
Samara Weaving is back. The same writer-director team is back, and this time Sarah Michelle Gellar is also in the cast, along with Elijah Wood and lots of other actors that you will recognise from Abigail and this team's other collaborative works.
It looks great, but also don't watch that trailer.
It's going to spoil everything.
If you enjoyed that first one, just go watch it. Because the first one was great. It was such a sleeper hit. It was one that took years to actually build any kind of momentum, and it came on streaming, and people were like, what is this? Because they all thought it was Margot Robbie. But it was... Because she looks like... She's one of those, like, three or four... There's like three or four actresses that look the same.
I guess,
Honestly, it's... I think there's points in that trailer where you... Not just that it gives away, but there's points in the trailer where you go, that is the last kill of the movie.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah,
or there's like, that is a... Like, without, again, not to spoil it, but it's just because it's a horror trope. It's like, that's the kill after all the kills are done and you think they're safe and this happens.
Although there was a funny bit in the trailer that I thought that I did laugh at, which is Sarah Michelle Gellar doing her stabbing.
Yes, she did. And
doing a Buffy stab.
That got like a, out of me.
Yeah. Well, she's going to be back soon as well as Buffy Summers next year. Hopefully we get to see the pilot.
Do you know what? She does give her a good like hit off.
They're already filming the pilot episode to the spin-off Buffy.
Really?
Yes. They've already cast the new Slayer. The director is the lady that did the Eternals from Marvel.
Hooray!
Yeah. But apparently her and Dolly Parton came to Sarah Michelle Gellar like, this is the story we've got for Buffy. Will you come back and do it? And Sarah read it and went, that's the thing I've been waiting for.
Dolly Parton just asked me to do something. Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I think... they've already said, Sarah Michelle Gellar has already said, anyone who's died or was killed unjustly, they're coming back. So, so we're probably going to see a lot of continuations of characters. But Sarah also said that Buffy is going to be about the new cast, but it's in that universe, so anyone can come back.
Yeah.
Stories that haven't been finished can get finished. Justice for Anya. And the last trailer, we got a new Sam Raimi film coming next month called Send Help. Sam Raimi doesn't direct that many films these days. He's mostly happy producing. The last film he did was Marvel's Doctor Strange the Multiverse.
Yeah.
But now he's back with his own horror movie, Send Help. I say horror movie. It's like a thriller. It's about a lady who has the biggest dick for a boss, and they both crash land in a plane crash on an island together where the boss is incapacitated for whatever reason and she seems to be taking over. But the hatred between these two characters seems to lead them down a miserable path.
That was a great trailer.
It was actually a good trailer.
Again,
Yeah.
complete opposite of Reddit. Like, gave you enough without,
Showing
without
everything.
showing
Like,
too
yeah.
much.
Bruce
Just
Campbell
give
is
you hit
third
little
in the
heads.
credits on IMDb.
Really?
He's not even in the trailer.
No, he's not.
No.
I'm like, he dies in the plane crash. He's
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
go in the plane
He's
crash.
got to be the pilot. surely.
Spoilers.
The pilot.
He's gotta be the
yes.
pilot.
The pilot. Yeah. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of the first part of the podcast. We're going to take a small break. We're going to eat some cake and drink some booze.
Yay!
And then if we remember to come back, we'll be talking about Stranger
I'm going
Things.
to pour some.
We're going to have some more
I'm
toffee.
going to pour some toffee rum on that cake and go nuts. Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
was that? I'm offended, or is that such a great
No,
idea?
that's it, yeah.
Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to part 2 of the podcast, where we're going to be discussing Stranger Things and Stranger Things Season 5, which has not yet currently concluded and will not, at least for until the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Not until next year.
Next year, the
Officially.
1st of January, will see us all finally finishing after 10 years of this TV show that's gone from a small little TV show to, well, over the 10 years, a global sensation. So much so that this is now like an event piece.
This is the
It
only
is-
TV event that I can think of
in
in a very long time.
That
Do you
has
feel a little bit
global
sad?
appeal. I don't, because Stranger
I
Things
do.
is not going anywhere. It might end on January 1st, but they've already commissioned an animated prequel show. They're already in discussions
Strangest Things.
about sidequels. They're already in discussions about what we do in 20 years when we bring everyone back to do
look,
something again.
Can we, if we're gonna do a side quest, can it just be the Murray series?
Yes.
No.
Take my money, Murray. Oh, he's the best.
I'm going to be the Grinch of this episode, I think. Because Murray should have died already.
No.
No.
Murray
love
knows
Murray.
karate.
He was
Murray's fine.
Murray's
He's
ace.
one of those characters that they bring in. He's the goofy new character of the season, and those are the ones that die.
I love him.
Except
No.
Murray. So, yeah, I think
He's
it's. I
been
think it's
smashing
time
since
to
season 3.
Unfortunately,
Do you know what? Sorry, you do raise a good point. And by the way, this just to show that we got no plan for the way this is going to go. We're just gonna
discussion.
vomit Stranger Things at you. I do think that this season it's like make your peace with a lot of characters dying. I think, even though we've only got 4
I don't.
episodes left. Well,
No, I don't think so.
I
don't think so.
I think you're going to see some side characters go. I mean, I was surprised. I can't believe that Mrs. Wheeler survived, and
Yeah,
in
no,
that,
she
that
survived.
first episode when they attack the house, which is amazing, that whole sequence where she's defending Holly and stuff like
I
that.
disagree entirely.
Wait, but what happened to the dad? Did he end up in hospital as well?
Yeah, he did.
No one gives a shit about
He
Ted,
got
do they?
one shot and threw against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That
did he
was it.
die?
No.
Do they mention that he's in hospital?
Yeah.
Again, I've only watched these 4 episodes once, but I remember sort of in my head going like, oh, what happened to him? No one cares about him.
No, he's
the poor
in hospital.
bastard.
I agree that the sequence looked good, but again, like, this is angry mum, so immediately plus 100 plot armor, so that she can go toe to toe with the biggest, like, general monster of the show.
With
Yeah, but
Karen's
dude.
wine.
She fails.
Yeah,
It's true.
but it's after she stood there and shanked it multiple times, and
Yeah,
the
she
creature
does.
is going, oh no, a wine bottle.
It just
Where
taunts
later
her.
on, we see
taunting.
these monsters getting decimated by bullet fire, gunfire from multiple directions,
Oh, that
and they're
doesn't
just
make
like,
any difference,
what?
though.
I don't know, man.
What are you
I
doing?
think I'd catch a fucking bullet to the shoulder before someone stabbed me in the neck with a wine bottle. Especially an angry, protective mother. I'm like, I'm not fighting that. I'm not going in there.
Anyway.
See?
So this season of Stranger Things, amongst many other instances throughout its run, has just done things like that just take me right out of the experience. Where I'm like, it's instant plot armor. Which is why I feel like everyone is like, oh, who's going to die? Who's going to die? How many are going to die? It's going to be a bloodbath. And I'm like, no. Like, this show is about friendships and family and perseverance and bonding and overcoming great obstacles as a team, as a group.
No. I think we're going to get hurt by the end of this.
I don't think so.
I think there will be a death that will be like hard to take, just like at the end of series 4.
Who would that be?
Mike's gonna die.
No, Mike's not gonna die. No, he's not. No,
Not Mike. Sorry, I said Mike, didn't I? I meant Will.
I think Will possibly.
Will's gonna die. Sorry.
Will possibly. Elle possibly.
Now, the amount
Hopper's
of...
begging for it.
He's
Strapping himself up with dynamite.
He's
just
trying to kill himself, and he's got
but
so
it's
much
not
plot
happening.
armor, he can't even...
I love as
pull that
well.
off.
Obviously, they filmed this around the same time as Thunderbolts, and they were like, "Love the beard, don't change anything." Just go.
Yeah,
Go with it.
Do you know what I mean? So for the new season, especially, I mean, like positives from it. I mean, I think it was like, it's definitely like an event, as you say. You know what I mean? I love the Home Alone sequence where they're doing it at the house and stuff to like catch the Demogorgon. I love the whole plan thing of like, we're going to make a tracker to like shoot the Demogorgon. Yeah. The way they're ripping in and out of reality is really cool. I really enjoy that.
They can rip in and out of reality, but oh no, it's a bathroom door. Oh, I can't get through it. I can't get through it.
It is quite funny that they sort of like pick and choose when to do it. Do you know what's funny is it's almost like playing that Hogwarts game. There's loads of bits where you're in like you fly around the open world on a broomstick, right?
Yeah.
And then you go into like a dungeon and you have to figure out a way across this like chasm. And I'm like, just get on your broomstick, mate. But oh no, it's not available in this area. I'm like, convenient.
Right.
Because I kind of feel if I could get on my broomstick, this wouldn't be an issue. But anyway.
I was going to say, I am still a fan of Stranger Things. I just am being devil's advocate even more so, I think.
I think
do have these issues also.
They're spinning a lot of plates and they got to pay it off.
Too many characters. Too many plot lines.
100%. Because they have to keep doing expositions.
Yeah.
There's a lot of instances in them 4 episodes where it's like they get the gang together and they might as well be looking down the barrel explaining what the plan is to the audience.
Yeah.
I think in the second there's like a couple of instances of that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, 100%. I'm like, my concern is, you got to stick the landing. Mm-hmm. But this is almost like the Cobra Kai thing.
Yeah.
I was really worried those first few episodes into Cobra Kai, and then the last 3, I was like, well, that was banging television. Yeah. That was brilliant.
Yeah. No questions.
You tied it all up. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you do. You know, we get that, but. Overall, I mean, I think the biggest.
You've got to go back to the first series. Like, what was it that grabbed you on the first?
It was the 80s. Oh my god, it looked like the 80s. I loved it.
Exactly. I heard about Stranger Things, and all I heard was that it was a supernatural show starring Winona Ryder, and I was like, I love Winona Ryder.
Yeah,
I haven't seen her in anything in ages. I'm gonna go and watch this, and then. Mind blown from when the title comes up and the music kicks in, you're like, this is different but familiar, and it is nostalgic as all hell for the 80s.
What incredible young cast as well. Like, I think
my
it's hard
God.
to like.
They won with a cast.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
From bell to bell, especially in that first series. I know that a lot of people tend to say that the second series is like their least favorite.
Agreed.
I mean, I loved the fact that everyone does it. I think it's the only time the internet has ever come together to agree on anything, which is that little side quest in season 2 that Elle goes on. They're like, strike that from the record. And then by the end of these 4 episodes, they're like, oh, you thought we were done with that?
Yeah, but this is the thing. There's method to their madness. The Duffer Brothers, I think, are very clever.
I mean, they did a little bit of retconning, didn't they? With this, they kind of did the thing. Oh, it was Vecna all along, and he has Will and stuff like that.
That is what
I'm fine with that.
No, I struggle with the rewatch because I'm like, because they've written it as like, this is the season. Yeah. This is what we've got planned. But they've not seemed to have thought that far ahead, despite them saying they have.
So it's interesting this, because I actually watched an interview with them. Some Italian guy was he did a really good interview with them.
Yeah.
And it was a really good insight into actually their mindset and their process. Because, so season 1... They didn't know there was going to be
another season.
Absolutely.
And why it was self-contained.
Yeah, and
they left it just
in case.
A little thing So it could have ended there and been fine, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it was like, because they were saying that originally when they were pitching the idea of Stranger Things to different companies and stuff like that, they were like told by a lot of companies, oh no, nobody's going to be interested in kids in the 80s. Like, we're done with that. Like,
They're
that's
throwing VHS copies of the Goonies at them like this.
yeah, exactly. And
It's the Goonies,
and it was like,
mate.
and it was Netflix that got it. Mm-hmm. It was Netflix, the producers at Netflix, people that actually understood what they were like saying.
Yeah.
And this wonder Hollywood is dying.
Yeah. And but after season 1, when they then went into season 2, so they pretty much had season 1 written and stuff like that. But when they went into season 2, Netflix said to them, right, you need to write us a mythology of what's happening, because we need to know the longevity, like where this is going.
The idea was an anthology, wasn't it? So a different season, different location, different.
Yeah, and when they went into season 2, they actually went a bit mad, like in terms of like they said that there were elements originally that they planned for season 2 which have ended up in season 5.
Right.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
See, I thought that they'd done the same thing that the Russo brothers did with Endgame, where everyone was like, we hate Thor the Dark World, and they're like, well, bitch, we're going to litter our movie all the way through this next one. Like, I just thought they'd gone that way.
No.
That's cool. I'll watch that interview, because I always find that really interesting.
It's really good. It's a really good interview, I thought. So.
I think that they've done well with... normally, anytime you do like any kind of, even a slight retcon, it can really put me off something. And again, this is, because of what it is. Like I said, it's a big event. It's Stranger Things. I'm committed. I loved season 4. I was so buzzing after season 4. I think you all were, that I was like, look, all right, you've bought a lot of... I care about what's going to happen to these guys. Yeah. So I'm going to see this through. So when there was don't get me wrong, very early, there was the retcon. I was a bit like, I'm going to do this. And actually, the bit that snapped me out of it at first, which was very slight, but I've always loved the look of the show. I've always been like, you know what? You make the world come alive, especially in seasons sort of 2 and 3 when they're in around the mall, and it looks...
It's the attention to detail.
It's amazing detail for the time. But then there's the bit where Jonathan and Steve are climbing the tower. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's green screen. Oh, like, it's so lit. I mean, I know it's like saying, oh, there's a lot of green screen. It's like, bitch, the entire upside down is green screen. Of course it is. But it's like, yeah, but it's got the look. It looks perfect for what it is. So I hope that they pull it back a little bit into what they're going to do. But I mean, at the same time, for all these little quips, it's like that episode 4, like the last sort of 10 minutes. I was like, oh, this is great. I love the bit with Will. I love the fact that throughout all 5 seasons, they've all become their D&D characters.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, he is down the sort of
they telegraph for Holly as well, because Mike sits her down, doesn't he? And she's like, he's like, this is the cleric I made for you, and she opens dimensional doors, and I'm like, hold on to that.
This is why I really love this, because obviously, you two guys, I'm a bit older than you, but when it was set,
you don't look at it. Yeah, I'm devastated by it, mate.
So the first series set in 1983. Yeah. So I was about 15.
I was born.
Yeah, I was about 15 then. So all the to me, the music when I see it, that is just
that was the world
reminiscence of my world.
You were in your formative years, right?
And I did play. So when I was in my late teens, I played AD&D, Advanced D&D back then, and I had a cleric called Wendy Windblows.
Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome.
And when we did that, we had our little figures and painted our little figures when we were playing campaigns, and stuff like that.
They capture so much.
It was just like, that's why I just have a real affinity to it.
The last season with Hellfire, they captured the whole satanic panic.
Yeah.
Just nail it to the wall, don't they?
Yeah.
Where it's like that. What people were like that.
Yeah.
It was like it's a satanic
nuts.
culture and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's like when we talk about the whole video Nazis and stuff like that. It's
pretty
like
much,
they capture the era so well.
Yes.
In it, that's the biggest strength, other than the cast and their performance. So but I'm a huge fan of character development,
and
there's a reason.
Yeah,
there's a reason that we love T1 and T2. Sarah Connor's evolution is incredible. Ripley, incredible evolution. The evolution of all of these characters for the
Now,
for the main group.
I'm gonna play
Will
devil's
finally
advocate
got
here
his
and go,
for once.
yes, the relationship and the character arcs, but they seem to reset them every season, because in the first season 10 years ago there's a love
such huge
triangle.
gaps, though.
Yeah.
And where are we? Season 5, 10
We're
years
still
later,
in that
what are we
love
still dealing
triangle.
with? The exact same love triangle. It hasn't gone anywhere. It de-evolved, re-evolved, got forgotten about, and we got nothing for these characters to do. A love triangle it again. Oh
I
wait,
don't know,
so
actually, man.
Steve,
I'd say
and,
because Steve.
So Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan love triangle.
But then again, it's like if you think about the way it started, 'cause obviously, like, you know, Steve was just the jockey dick in those early seasons
who
where he
was
like, you know,
scripted to die. in the
Exactly,
first season.
yeah.
And it took him a while to sort of come around to even being a likable character.
The
so
audience responded positively
and
to him though,
they've spent a lot of time
very
apart
quickly. Yes.
in the series.
Yes,
so in
they
a
have,
way,
yeah.
it's kind of like, well, yeah, you're picking up.
Well,
you haven't seen each other.
The other issue is that this
It's-
show
do you know what's interesting?
is
The
a
Dustin
10-year
and Steve
divide.
one is,
yes, that also annoys me
because
they've just gone right back to where they were at the season
no,
one
they've
again.
gone opposite.
But yeah, now because they didn't like each other.
No, but
then
I kinda-
they had a bromance.
No, but I
and
kind
now
of
they hate each other again.
Yeah, but then there was obviously Eddie came between them.
It feels so forced, and as an audience, you're so accustomed to these two being friends that just trying to enjoy the show and seeing them two now hating each other and telling each other to shut up. You're like, that's not the
Man,
chemistry
Yeah, but
I'm
they
into.
don't. They
think that's
don't
a
hate
bit
each
harsh,
other,
'cause
do
I
they?
don't think they openly hate each
No.
other. I think, like,
Yeah.
Steve is very much like, Steve's just oblivious Steve. He's like, what's your problem? Like, why are you being miserable? And obviously, Dustin is, like, obviously hugely dealing with the PTSD of, like, Eddie and
Why
Eddie
aren't all of
passing
them
and stuff.
dealing with PTSD then at this
Well, I
point?
think
with
at this point,
all
they're
we've
just
been
like,
through?
yeah, but they're still in the shit. They got the PTSD is season 6. They got to deal with it all. They're on mission, aren't they?
Well, no, because between season
they're on
4
like
and
30
5,
crawls. Yeah, they did like 30 crawls.
right? But I don't
They're
feel
doing it.
like
They're in the suck. You know?
Well, they're going to the upside down. Oh, big scary. I mean, it used to be in season 1 and 2, but there's a military base in there now. There's next to nothing.
Sarah
The vampire-
Connor's in there!
That's a god- And who is she? 8 hours we've had, or 4
She
hours
didn't
we've
get a
had.
lot, though, does
She's
she?
had zero characterization or development. She's just mad scientist, military lady doing.
No, but I think that's going to
messy
come
stuff.
out in the next
But
batch.
I want to see her do more, but does it feel like she's almost filling a Matthew Modine-sized hole?
yeah.
Yeah,
and it's-
yeah.
But I've heard.
I did like her, though.
I'm sure I've read somewhere that obviously she's in this first kind of 4 episodes
Yeah.
in season 5 as she's deemed as the baddie.
yeah.
But then
Nice to see her play one as well.
Yeah, that's right. But then she'll turn around. So
Well-
I think she's going to play some part.
There's a lot of rumors that the big bad is still. It's not Vecna. Vecna's actually going to be misunderstood and actually trying to save people from the first place, and this was his plan to stop the bloody mind flare. Or I don't know. I would
There's
be
so
utterly
much out
disappointed.
there.
I do wonder, like, the choice to have him spend so much time as Henry as well.
Yes.
Because that's that's a weird thing. It's like, again, look, I'm saying I want to see it pay off. I've got a bit of faith in him, but I got a bit. I was watching it going, like, when you have, like, Holly in the
In his
in
mind,
flashback.
in his
I get-
world.
what is it in
Memory.
his mind? I
It's
guess,
in his
because-
mind.
But
It's
what-
in his
I was like,
memories.
hang on a minute. I was like, you've got the upside down is an actual place, as in you can walk into it, and then
Yeah.
you've got this other thing that's like his mind.
This
a
is
bit-
his
but
which
they-
is where
but they
Max
do-
is trapped.
Yeah, but they like Max is almost like this. The exposition dump is like, hey, I'm Max. I'm trapped here. Well, how's it work? I don't really know. All right then, and that little that dump could have been an episode. Because that's what's ironic is, like, as much as, like, we were talking, I think before we were talking about, like, Avatar, and I'm like, I'm not sitting through a 3-hour Avatar. I didn't even get through the second one, but I'm like, 8 episodes almost doesn't feel like enough. 8 episodes.
Yeah.
I was, like, hoping for, like, 10
Yeah.
or something. A couple more hours and I know they're long episodes, I
they
think,
are.
like, the finale is going to be a couple of hours or something, but I was almost like, it's 10 because I'm like, we're halfway through, and I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And I know they're doing another 3 and then a 1, and I just get the feeling that by the end of those next 3, I'm going to be pulling my hair out going, you've got so much to do. And
They already said it's going to be a long 6-day wait between the
No.
final episode.
When I watched the end, like episode 4, and at the end, obviously with Will and everything, I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, I gotta wait.
3 weeks or something.
It's so annoying.
how much though? Like, okay, so as a parent, as a former teacher as well, when you watch this, the jump in it, I'm like, these kids look 30. The age jump is mad, isn't it?
That was
So
the disconnect
that's been a
I was
kicker.
having.
The timeline
You know,
is
Holly's,
interesting.
Holly's supposed to be like 8 years old. I'm like,
Yeah,
that
but-
kid is 15.
So,
Yeah.
so
They rehired the
basically,
new
series
actors.
one
They
is
did, they did,
series
yeah.
one is 1983. Yeah. So now series 5 we're in
Yeah.
1987.
Okay, so it's actually a few more years than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I
So
lost track
so,
of time in
so
the
it's
show.
been 4 years.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, since
But yeah, they
season
have all
one.
They
aged.
look like toddlers in the first one.
In season 1, they
Yeah.
were 11.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Yeah. So now they're 15.
Yeah.
They
15,
look
I mean,
very-
some of them
kind
have got
16.
kids.
Dude,
But in reality, they're like 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Obviously actors, but yeah, and it's difficult. That's when and the pandemic.
some of them are getting shaved
The
between
pandemic
takes.
obviously
Yeah. Well,
had
they-
an impact on that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it interrupted filming and
I
stuff
do
like
like
that.
the effort for the makeup department,
Hmm.
the costume department. They have done the absolute best they can to make them look age appropriate still.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's
Do you know what?
it's hard
Again,
to-
they've done so much better with Will this season because the thing that
Oh.
drove me crazy in season 4 was I was like, Will looks like he's grabbed his younger brother's clothes.
It's bold,
And now they've kind of. I don't mind
Nice
bald
wearing
haircut
it to
because
him.
Joyce cuts his hair.
Yeah.
That's fine. We all had that at some point, but it's
did.
like here you go. But it's kind of at least in this one they've kind of let him dress a bit better to kind of hide some stuff, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
For
totally.
sure. I love the way they've got Dustin dressing as better. He's got his
That's
t-shirt
right.
tucked into his jeans. He looks amazing. I can't, and that's the other one. Is I was like through 4 episodes, like literally got to the end of it, and of all the questions I had, I was like, "Where's Susie?
I know.
He's a bard. I want him to sing again.
know.
Where's Susie? I hope we don't lose out on that.
know.
Don't
Where's
bring
Susie
back
gone?
8 to not give me Susie in the next episode.
So I was reading about, obviously, with the whole thing with Henry and Vecna, because there is the stage show, which is The First Shadow.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's right, yeah. Which is a
So-
musical, isn't it? Or a theatre.
It's a
show,
theatre
isn't it? Yeah.
show, which is
Which
not
in
written essentially by the Duffer Brothers, but it is based on the Duffer Brothers. They're
So it's like signed off.
they're involved in it, and it's kind of like which is like a prequel.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of showing what happened to Henry, and so because the whole big thing is obviously spoiler alerts on this one. And everything. If you
haven't seen it by
if you
now,
haven't seen season
what are you
5 by
doing?
now,
Call
whoa,
yourself a fan.
is the cave, and the fact that
Why he's not.
Oh,
why
he's afraid
he's
of it.
afraid of
Yeah.
the cave, and the whole kind of backstory of that is that before his family moved to Hawkins, they were in the Nevada. They went visited the Nevada desert, and there was experiments going on. So there'd been experiments going on since the 1940s, by obviously the Navy, Army, whatever, the government, and that he'd gone into a cave, and where there had been an experiment going on, and he'd actually transported to the Upside Down then, but he'd had
So-
no official memory about it.
The first time we see him in the show going into the Upside Down is not his first time.
It's
there,
not his
then.
first time there,
Yeah.
and that's where he got his powers from.
Okay, that he
Originally.
hooked into, yeah.
Yeah,
Because I heard
Also-
that we are going to get finally the entire explanation of the Upside Down.
exactly. It's what
Why
the
it's
Duff
stuck in
brothers have promised.
1984 and so on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that they promised that all the answers will be revealed
Yeah.
Why-
as the episodes go
Why
on.
Vecna get like upgraded armor as well in that last scene? Did you notice that?
Better
Like,
production budget for the
yeah,
CGI.
yeah,
I
but
don't
in the
know.
flashback, he looked like Vecna. Though you know
Yeah.
it.
Did they redo him?
But that's
You know what?
because
I saw someone online described it as like he looks like the movie version of
Of
a,
the
of, a,
TV
of a TV series that they've transferred there.
yeah.
I don't get me
It
wrong,
got
it
better.
looked great, and
Yeah.
I wasn't
But it's
like,
even,
ugh, but I was a bit like, ooh,
it's evolution,
he's all
isn't
gribbly.
it?
Yeah.
It's because at the end of season 4, he was obviously attacked by
11.
Nancy
Yeah.
and
in the
Jonathan
indoors, yeah,
and
blasted
Steve,
with a
where they
shotgun.
blasted him with
Yeah.
shotguns
Yeah.
and threw
Love that
fire
bit.
bombs in it and stuff like that. And so obviously after that, he's had to build up his armor, hasn't he? So, which is why when he comes out of the gate,
At the end,
At
at the end of
the
this,
end of
the
this-
midpoint of
yeah.
season 5, yeah.
is that they're all like shooting at
And
him
the-
and everything like, and the bullets are
The
just bouncing
final
off.
15-20 minutes of that episode was incredible. Even though I'm like, oh, military guys
It's
in an alien universe
Yeah.
shooting bad guys, and then after they're all
You've also
dead,
got Hopper
Yeah.
about to pull a suicide vest.
Again.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you're like,
But it was the fact that what annoyed me again, sorry. We got all the military, they're like, we're in the Upside Down. We know about Vecna and the monsters, and we're going to use fucking machine guns
I
that
know.
we don't do absolutely nothing. Oh, who's got the flamethrower?
that's what they've got.
Is he asleep? Oh, here he comes, man with the flamethrower. Oh, he's hitting the Demogorgon. It's happening.
That's-
you got a lot of sort of like
You're supposed to be the
human on
specialist and
human
the expert.
Yeah, but they
fatalities as well.
don't. They're not. That's the point, though, isn't it? Is
They're
the fact
in the Upside
that,
Down.
that,
They
that
must
the
know
army
something.
have only got half a story.
She knows.
She doesn't know
Sarah
it all,
Connor
though.
knows the hot and the cold in its reaction.
Yeah, but she doesn't know the whole
Oh yeah,
big
'cause she
picture.
literally shows Hopper, doesn't she?
She
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
know
absolutely
about
right.
Vecna,
No, maybe, but
right?
then
And the fact that they've used that, what was it Ian said? She said, why have they used like metal plates like
To cover
on
the
to cover
hellscape opening
the
up.
gaps and stuff like that? Is because they think that's like going to stop anything coming up through, which obviously
You know what? I never even really thought too hard in it, but I got 100% agree. I was like, why are you not aiming with arm with flamethrowers? This is ridiculous. Yeah. There's a lot of like human on human casualties as well, isn't it? Obviously, you have the big shootout with like Hopper and dude, he just ganks a couple of like
yes, yeah.
soldiers. Just like,
the
thinking,
army
you know.
takes such a hit
Yeah.
in season 5. It's like the amount of kills.
I just wish they were more of a force, because the only power they have is to play ultrasonic frequency on
Yeah.
the radio that incapacitates 11, and that seems to be the their extent of their power, because they're useless against the Demigorgons. And, well, absolutely useless
But I
against
think
Vecna,
that's
but
because
watching them be useless against Vecna was
because
was
they
cool.
Yeah.
don't even know about Vecna, and I
Yeah.
think that's the problem. The army think it's 11 that's
yeah,
doing
the problem.
everything.
Yeah.
and is the problem, and that's the issue, isn't it? So
I did like when they were like the whole plan of sort of like,
what
well,
happened?
we think that Vecna's like being held at the thing. I was like, why would you think that? Why would you think that they have? I know they thought he was
Paul
weaker, but still.
Reiser's character at the end of season 4.
sorry.
Paul Reiser, Burke from Aliens, the one who was helping her back in the
Oh
tank.
yeah, she
The other side, he's got shot by the
Yeah, yeah,
helicopter,
yeah.
and the other one
the
was
last time seen he's
What's
he's in
happened
the
to
tank.
him?
like, if they've taken him,
Well, they did.
then
yeah.
they all know.
Then they
then
should know.
everything.
But that's what he's not been in.
He's not been in it,
this
so-
series, so we don't know.
He will.
Yeah.
He'll be the one that dies.
No, don't do that.
Paul Reiser
No,
dies
do
in
you know what?
everything.
I almost feel like I think Will's. I wonder if they're going to do something where Will. A lot of one of the little sort of like subplots is like obviously Will coming to terms with his sort of like sexuality and like obviously he's in love
In
with
real
Mike
life
and
and
stuff
in the
like
show.
that, and like and again it's sort of like it's not a big deal to us now, but in the 80s it was, and obviously he's got Robin who like I've liked their dynamic. Like Robin's been a little bit sort of like diarrhea of the mouth in these few episodes, but I've enjoyed what she's done with Will. I'm almost sort of like, you know what? You can't have Will just at the end of the series turn around and be like, Mike, I've always loved you. I'm gay, I'm happy,
Yeah,
I've always loved
no.
you, blah, blah, blah.
It's not gonna
For
happen.
Mike to be like, I like girls. You can't, because Mike's not got that maturity level. You can't have him do that. So I'm almost like, I can see him dying in his arms and just being like, I love you. And he's like, I love you too.
Yeah.
And like,
I
and
do
that's
like
enough.
some of the writing though of this. The bit about where she's going on about Dick Robbins.
Oh, the Great Escape thing. I've got to admit, I cringed at that.
Yeah, me too.
'Cause I was
it plays
like-
the music as well.
I was just a second they started playing the fucking music. I was just like, oh, sorry. But I wasn't. I could just make Dick softer. It's like, stop talking. But it was in another one of those exposition scenes where they're like, everyone okay with the plan? Wink. Like,
Yeah.
I was, stop doing that.
Yeah, I also feel like Winona Ryder has just been renegated to comedy sidekick now. She had like a purpose in the first season to try to find her boy.
Yeah, but I
Now
think
she-
I think they.
No, she was a bit mean with that axe.
Oh yeah, she was packing the axe. Yeah.
Packing the axe at that Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Although I just feel like at the end of the day, it's like they just can't give everyone.
Yeah,
No.
but I
That
also
story?
realised probably why Vecna didn't kill Will's mum, because in the flashback,
Yeah.
I saw when you see Winona there, I was
Yeah.
like, Heathers!
Yeah,
So, okay,
100%.
so there's some history. They went to
There
school
is some
together.
history there,
There's
yeah.
there's some knowledge there.
Yeah,
so.
that we don't know.
Yeah, I think when you see Max go back, don't you? You
Yeah.
hear someone calls someone Harrison.
It's his Steve's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they all went to school together.
It's funny you say about like Winona Ryder, because I saw an interview with David Harbour and Winona Ryder, and they were talking to Winona Ryder about sort of like certain things. She's like, well, back in the 80s, I just didn't have confidence because I wasn't that girl. I wasn't attractive. David Harbour's going, what are you talking about? Like, you can see him just having like reactions like,
this is news to me.
So funny when Winona was like, I wasn't really considered like one of the pretty girls. I'm like, oh, you're mind.
Yeah, well, Beetlejuice, you know, she was the alternate.
Crazy. Heathers, mate. Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
I think that's what's been so good, actually, is the casting of Strange Things. The people that they've got.
Perfect in every department.
Amazing.
Yeah. And even their bit part characters casting's been great. So much so that they've sometimes stolen the show.
Yuri just, is it, you know, the
Russian. Yeah.
Season 3 is like, oh my god, it was one of the most brutal deaths. The Terminator, no, it's 3, wasn't it? Because Hopper wasn't in Russian jail yet.
That's right, yeah.
Oh wait, was it? Oh, you
no,
might be right. God, it's all blended in.
4 is where he's already in the jail. At the end of 3, he disappears thinking...
Oh yeah, no, he must be, because he's driving around like Magnum PI with a mustache and the shirt.
Yeah,
so it was 3, and obviously you had like the Terminator Russian.
That's 3.
Because they end up fighting in the reactor.
No, it was season 2 I really disliked after season 1, because season 1 was self-contained, special. Season 2 just went, oh, we've got the license to make more, so we're going to make more, but we haven't thought about it too much.
Season 2 is softened by doing a whole rewatch. Because when I watched season 2, I was just like, this is nothing in comparison to the first one.
Yeah.
It was the running around, by season 3 when they're running around underground malls, being chased by Russian spies and all sorts of, like, they just managed to get captured and
I like that. That was an 80s family movie, and I actually really enjoyed it.
So, who is the audience? Who is the audience for Stranger Things?
Everyone.
Do you think? Because
that's the thing.
The last episode of Stranger Things that has aired, I could not say is for children because the amount of gore.
Oh, dude, mate's putting his hand through people.
Oh,
and
God, that was so
caught me unawares. I was like,
the gore was incredible. I was like, that's not a kid's thing.
No.
But the comedy and some of the character stuff is. So
kids are getting dragged away down tunnels and stuff. It's triggering.
So what's lovely is the fact that I'm able to actually, like, watching this series, the latest series, my granddaughter... Yeah. And she's 15.
Right, yeah.
And she watched it, and then we had, like, really good discussions afterwards, like, and that's what's lovely, is the fact that difference in generation.
100%.
And it still appeals to so many.
Jessica's like this. Yeah. We're sat like this watching it, and then by the like halfway through like the fourth episode, she's like this, like linked into me and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, you okay? You know. And she's like, yeah, I'm really in. Like, you know. So yeah, in a way, man, I think the audience is like literally everyone, because again, this is the I know I'm not a fan of it or anything, but the closest thing I can tell you in the last few years is this is Game of Thrones. This is the water cooler conversation.
Yes,
this is before we all stop working in offices. This is what you'd be talking about. You'd walk in. Did you guys watch Stranger Things last night?
Yeah,
it's in a way. Do you know what for a while, because we got so used to streaming, where it's like season 1 of whatever is coming out. Here's 12 episodes.
Yeah.
And you just binge it. And then Netflix did start doing this. You know what? We're going to drop the first half of a season. And we all kind of lost our minds. Like, how dare you? I pay my fee.
Well, it means you've got to pay a several-month subscription.
That's the reason. That's absolutely 100% the reason. However...
Now with the final season, next
but what it also does is it does harken you back a little bit to a...
Gives you a chance
we had to wait.
Yeah, weekly.
Sometimes, we had to wait a friggin' week.
Oh yeah, you
to get a conclusion, and you were talking about it. Well, yeah, and you were talking about it for that week, or like you were talking about it the day after,
episode,
and the day before you were like, guys, don't forget Thingy's on tonight, because we all have to talk about it tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? So, I think it's kind of for everyone, because it harkens back to that event television.
Yeah.
And I do think that, like I said, Game of Thrones is the last thing I can really remember that was global. I know we've had things like, obviously, Breaking Bad is one of the most popular shows of all time. Then you had Better Call Saul. So that was an event, but it was still like an event kind of localized probably to fans of Breaking Bad. Whereas, like, I feel like, Game of Thrones was massive. And, like, again, even as someone who didn't get all the fruit when it first started, I was like, oh my god, this, I was watching it.
Breaking Bad and Walking
Sopranos,
Dead,
Walking Dead, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's the biggest sort of TV event we've had in a very long time. I can't think of anything that's current that could get to that size.
Definitely also raised Netflix up, behind it as well to where it is today.
I mean, that's what they've got to do as well. It's like, at the end of the day, if you're going to have a sort of, if you're going to be that service, you have to be like, hey, if you don't have us, you don't have this.
Something original. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, favourite characters?
I
Why?
love Murray so much.
I despise Murray, and he should have died.
Well, he knows karate, so I don't care.
Yeah, he is just like we cut from something horrible happening, and what do we need to line up? Another scene with Murray. Whether he's Santa Claus delivering goodies to Hawkins, whether he's busting our favourite Hellboy out of a Russian prison, whether he's helping Joyce do whatever. I understand the character of him, and when he first turned up, I appreciated and liked him.
I liked him more in
the earlier scenes.
He was like the conspiracy nut.
3 and 4 and 5.
But now
I think
it's like they're
he
dragging
peaked.
out a joke.
Before he peaked, 100%.
At least he's not.
Peaked. But when he when he
five.
actually is like, I know karate all the way through, and then when he actually starts using it and fighting at the end, I was like,
So funny.
this is brilliant. But
So I really...
yeah, go on. So sorry.
So
who's your favourite?
favourite
Now go on.
characters.
I set you on a dark path.
Sorry. It's a good question. I really liked Max in season 4. I think, is it Sadie Sink?
Yeah, she's
Her
amazing.
performance in season 4 was mind blowing. She transcended Stranger Things into, watched her grow from a teen actor into an adult actress. And then seeing her in other stuff as well, I was like, that's an actor who's going to go much further. Yeah, she's going to go much further than a lot of these other actors. So I don't know whether it was just her story, but of course the is it Kate Bush? No, Kate Bush running up the hill song. Like that song, her Vecna, the selling of the limbs, mouth, eyes contorting, breaking, and then building it up to hers. The only time I've actually wept watching Stranger Things was when Max was levitating up in the air.
Yeah.
Screaming. The song, the cassette's been broken. It's not coming, and then the limbs start going. I was like, oh my god.
Lucas's reaction. Lucas's breaks.
Oh my god.
So I take it back. It was his reaction, because when people are dying horribly in films, I don't usually just bawl. It's when somebody else breaks because of their death. Same with Buffy. When you see Spike and Giles crying, that was when I cried.
Jumped into
she's already jumped. I'm like, that's sad. But when I see Giles crying, I'm like, no, God, that's sad.
So what's interesting, he actually improvised in that scene where when he's holding Max and knows that she's kind of dying there and everything. And what the bit where he shouts out to his sister saying, "Erica, help!" wasn't in the script. Aww. That was an instinctual thing that they kept in.
Nice.
Because it was so emotive.
Yeah, the swollen emotions there were great. So I'm not going to say Max is my favourite, but that was, I think, the best acting.
Well, see now, brilliant segue, Linda, because God, I love Erica.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It'd be really easy to say how much I love, Eddie and everything like that.
She's got
stuff like that. But she's great, and that actress understands what she's doing with it. Just knows how to portray that character. She's from really early on when she's going into the ice cream shop, I want another sample. Head wiggles for days, and then when she starts becoming part of Hellfire and Amazing, she goes full hitman in this one, where she's taken out an entire family.
I know, absolutely brilliant.
I was like, this girl's got some rage behind her.
She comes in with
a syringe. Mate, I'm I'm a pretty big dude. If she come running at me at that age with a syringe, I'll be like, all right, hang about. I'd have to think about what I was doing.
Yeah.
She's just the actress. She's a phenomenal actress. I can't wait to see what she's gonna do. She just absolutely owns that role. I do love Dustin.
Yes.
Because I've loved watching him. His evolution has been brilliant as the bard of the group. It's not a secret. This the whole thing of they are playing their D&D characters. Will is now the wizard. Dustin's a bard. He keeps
After
singing
the
all the time.
Story
He
moment.
sings, I'm telling you now. You had him with Eddie, and obviously the Master of Puppets solo. I would not be surprised if Dustin gets a Master of Puppets moments in this. In these next few episodes.
That Master of Puppets moment is the
but taking
greatest.
him
part of the show for me. That the visuals, it was a metal album cover.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah.
But taking Dustin from the easy to write up as the comic relief very early on.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of season 2 was him and Dart. Him and the little demodog. And just the fact that he thinks, I can keep this as a pet. This is absolutely fine.
No, that was
and then the cat? Right, okay. And then seeing him, Dustin's the kid that's like, he's the uncle kid that latches onto the older characters, like Steve, like Eddie. He latches onto them. And then, like, that's why I actually quite like the dynamic switch with Steve and Dustin in this one, because Dustin's like, it's easy for you to be cool when you're 16 and I'm 12. Now, we've been through some shit. He's like, learn how to turn on a radio.
Yeah.
Like, every time he's like, Henderson, how do you fix this? He's like, read the manual, so... And like, oh my god, does he take a beating in this? It's like
he's still
turning
grieving
into
after the loss of his friend Eddie.
He's the only
his
one
GM,
that's got PTSD.
his friend. Yeah,
he's the only one that's
showing
got it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I gotta admit, by the end of this, I'm kind of like, we are gonna clear Eddie's name, right? I don't know how we do it because, like, the whole thing of them, like, like when you said about them covering up and everything like that, it's kind of like. The outside world doesn't understand what's happened. They think it's an earthquake or maybe a gas or whatever. It's a natural disaster. I'm like, how do we clear Eddie's name?
Yeah.
Because they've kept it. They've at least kept it at the forefront where you see him visiting his grave. You see they've graffitied it. The basketball jock dickheads are like, Elfire's dead because Eddie's a murderer and stuff like this. So I'm like, you can't just keep talking about it and then everyone, and obviously knowing what a beloved character he was and everything, it's like, you've got to deal with this, right? Like, please.
Yeah.
Don't make me wait another 10 years. But yeah, so Erica, I think she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love Dustin Peace. I think he's a great kid.
Yeah, I like Dustin, and I think I've forgotten her name. Ethan Hawke's daughter,
Robin.
Yeah.
So I was going to say Rob for me, like
but
I really
season
like Robin.
5, not so much.
No.
She's not had her only.
I'm blaming the script because she's got diarrhea of the mouth.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, but that's her character, though.
I know, which I didn't mind in the other season. She just spoke her mind. She didn't think
how she is.
But it's the fact that she's had nothing really to do in this 5th season. But I could say that for a lot of characters, that they just seem to like repeat what they did in previous seasons.
They do,
again. But her only thing she had is to help Will come out of his shell to find his power to get where he needs to go. So.
I do like I like the development of Nancy's character in season 1.
Yes,
going through. So because obviously in season 1 Nancy was meant to be this kind of like she
just wants to be the popular girl.
But she's not, and she's kind of like shown as maybe a bit timid and things like that. But actually she's not. She's hardcore.
It's when she loses Barb. And then that's it. Then she's toting shotgun.
Yeah,
it's all good.
She's the only one that goes for the shotgun.
And she is hardcore throughout.
Yeah, though when I see her tiny frame, I'm like, she is so delicate and small. I'm like,
you want to see her fire that shotgun and go shooting back.
And that's what I love about that is her character, is that development from season 1.
I like how she did. She did Working Girl when she was working at the paper.
Yes,
she did Working Girl with Harrison Ford. And I think she was just like, hey, I've got an idea for the story, and what's it called? Gary Busey's son was in it, wasn't he? And he was like, oh, why don't you go get me a sandwich and stuff like that. She's fucking guy. Like, I really liked her in that. Yeah.
So Jonathan's character is an interesting one because he's kind of like, it's very I don't know.
Well, they gave him a MacGuffin, didn't they, to like keep his interest up, where you were like, Murray gives him the thing, it's weed, and it's like, it's a ring,
yeah, that's right. But it's kind of, so I love the fact that Jonathan's character, I love his music, obviously, that his kind of, what I love about this series that I noticed on the second watch is that he's wearing a Fall t-shirt, the Fall. And so in 87, I actually went to see the Fall in 88.
Oh, nice.
At Exeter. So I love like his kind of, his music taste and things like that and all that. But it's just like his character's not really
evolved.
Since,
after
it's not evolved since he became the stoner.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, I miss, what was his mate called with the long...
The pizza guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
He's brilliant, you know, and again, he's another one like Susie, where it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. We've just been sat going like, there's too many characters, and I'm saying like, where's this guy? But there's no reason for him to be there, and obviously he was back.
You'd think more people would want to get out of Hawkins after a Hellmouth.
Yeah.
absolutely. But he was awesome. What's Donna says it all the time about like food. When he's talking about pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple on pizza.
Try before you deny, dude.
Pineapple on pizza.
Try before you deny is
Excellent.
absolutely a saying now in our house, and he's great.
So, least favourite characters then? If mine's Murray.
I mean, I'm probably going to go back to season
My
2.
honourable mention for good is Bob, Sean Astin. Like,
how did we forget Bob? Of course, yeah.
So it's interesting with Bob.
You know what bad is like with season 2? Sorry, but I was just going to say it's like that whole subplot. I love Kai Green. I'm a fan of bodybuilding, but what was Kai Green doing?
Yeah. What's
the very
point?
large gentleman, obviously, is a bodybuilder with the plait on the back of the head. He's an awesome, crazy ass dude. If you watch him in real life, he's a Mr. Olympia competitor and everything like that. But it's just like, what is happening during that entire side quest?
Yeah. I know. What was the point? Yeah.
Well, we're going to find out apparently.
So Bob's character originally was not meant to be such a nice guy. That he was.
They hired Sean Astin.
I know exactly.
Yeah.
So his character was meant to be actually a bit of an arse. So legitimising his death at the end, but actually, because I think they loved.
They just toned it down as they were going.
And
we need a bad guy. Let's bring in Samwise Gamgee. He's like, yeah, that'll work.
this is the problem. The Duff brothers, like they love Stephen King.
Yeah,
Big into love films like The Goonies and things like that.
And
so they were,
it
I think,
we can see it
largely influenced by things like that. So obviously, and Stand by Me.
Yes, more Stephen King.
Stephen King.
That's their source.
That is their source. And so I think when obviously they got Sean Astin in to be Bob, they realised that actually no, he needs to be the nice guy that he is, because he is.
And again, you know what? Another one who's like, well, I definitely understood, like, you know, the assignment, didn't he? Because he played that character so good as oh my god, this is the girl I wanted in high school, and now, like, you know, I'm with her and stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. Yeah, he was an awesome character.
And you've almost got you know, it's the same with Eddie, isn't it? It's that you've got to have like a death that grasps
you got
the audience to think, oh no, you can't lose that person, but you've got to have that sometimes.
That's true. I mean, like 2, it was Bob in season 2, wasn't it? And then 3, it was Hopper. Or so we thought. Or
so 1 obviously was Barbara.
3, and then obviously then you had Barbara, Bob, Hopper, Eddie.
Will.
Yeah. Because like
if Murray dies, I'm going to be so mad. I hope you've watched it before me, because I'm going to message you. I'm going to be dead. I'm going to like, you son of a bitch. I know you like that.
Nobody's mentioned about 8 coming back.
That's because we don't want to accept it.
I think that was the kind of the issue, wasn't it, with series 2? Is that the start of series 2 was a bit.
The world was united
going on here?
In let's not do this ever again. Let's forget about it. I remember the meme was literally like, props to the writers for dropping this like the dead weight it was, and you know
6
what?
years
Though,
later.
if they're gonna, but again, if you can redeem it, by all means, redeem it.
Yeah.
But I think having
I wasn't expecting
listened to them saying about how series 2 that they'd put a lot of ideas into it, which actually ended up in series 5, you can understand kind of where they were going, why they introduced 8.
Honestly, it didn't feel like they were setting anything up season 5. It felt like they were going, Stranger Things is a big thing and Netflix wants more shows, so let's have a backdoor pilot episode for a spin-off show with these guys somewhere else. Everyone hated it, cancelled spin-off season. That's what it felt like. So them saying, now we're going to tie it in with the bigger, the bigger other picture. Stuff we alluded to before. It's like, well, now they have the hurdle of proving.
So it will be interesting to see what happens.
Yes.
Now.
Do we think they're going to fight?
Who?
8 and 11.
I think so.
They're blatantly going to fight,
they're
right?
going to fight and then be like, actually, we're on the same side. Oops.
I think you get like a Guardians of the Galaxy moment there where you got like 8, 11, Will. Anyone we're talking about just join hands and whatnot.
Yeah.
Probably Vecna.
Heart.
Like, yeah.
Because there's been a lot of discussion about obviously Henry like turning him like back to good.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I do. You're right, because I do feel I'm like, why are we showing him in human form so much?
Heart.
Being nice. I do wonder if we're gonna go that way.
And then the real big bad will show up, and that will be the Mind Flayer or whatever, or Paul Reiser.
Oh God, can you imagine?
He's really just an okay guy.
Like a Resident Evil boss.
Yeah.
Like the eye pops out the shoulder. You're like, no.
I do. I also, on top of like the main cast, the supporting actors that they brought in as well. They've had Robert Englund playing Vecna's father.
Yeah,
Brilliant
sequences. Yeah,
managed to pull like a Freddy Krueger and Silence of the Lambs reference in one scene. I was like, this is amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, loved that.
And we got Linda Hamilton from Terminator, Paul Reiser from Aliens. So yeah, and obviously Winona Ryder as well.
Hey, off subject, I just realised, but because we were talking about it earlier, what was the best thing that Predator Killer of Killers did? Is it let Michael Bain join the club of being killed by an alien, a Terminator,
yes,
Predator.
Yeah. Although some people are telling me it doesn't count, he's a voice actor.
It fucking counts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It counts.
Yeah.
So, most likely to think that you think's going to die? You think it's Will?
Yeah, I think Will and Elle.
Mike, I'm good.
And Elle, yeah. I don't think Elle, because the amount of flashbacks we've had of Hopper reminding the audience about his daughter dying of cancer. Like, we've had enough flashbacks.
I want to see that again.
An entire episode with that flashback
I
now.
want to see it again.
I'm like, they can't
every
separate.
time he calls her Jane,
yeah,
we're going to see that. And I'm like, no.
So, because they've done that so much, I'm like, they cannot now. Because if they do kill Hopper or Elle...
I can't see where that's going to go, though. Where else is going to end up?
Where Hopper's going to watch another daughter die.
Suppose.
They can't do that.
There is obviously, so I say about Will, and I do generally think that's going to happen, but there is the thing where he was talking to, Mike was talking to Holly about how, like, we finish a quest and then we go away and we go to a place that's, like, peaceful and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, that's almost like you're either all going to survive and move on.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
And go to this peaceful place. You know,
so
it's a bit like
if they go the Stephen King way.
Do they just kill the entirety of the main cast?
No.
I don't think they will.
They're going to go the Goonies way, I feel, which is where nobody dies. But they will have.
Will's going to die.
It's a show that likes to. It's a show that likes to have the dramatic deaths without actually killing the character off, which is why Hopper's died twice now, but hasn't. You know, it's like they can have their cake and eat it too.
I feel this. I mean, regardless, of like the main character, but there's gonna be one. There's no way that they come off of, especially season 4, where there was nobody talking. There was nobody that wasn't talking about Eddie dying. Spoilers. There was nobody that wasn't talking about Eddie dying. That there's no way they don't. We got to do that moment again. We've got to have that moment again.
Got to be someone.
I think like, we're going to sit down and write season 5. It's like, should we write in the big death scene first and just build around that? Like 100%. 100%.
It's definitely one of the biggest talking points about the show, because it feels like it's been alluded to for years and they've never pulled the trigger on it. So
yeah,
guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks.
I love that as well. I love the fact that they were like, it was released in the, on Thanksgiving in the States, obviously. So it's 24 hours, the difference over here and stuff. Yeah. And then it's like, we've got the next episodes. For the States, it's on Christmas Day. For us, it's Boxing Day. And then and the fact that for us, so it's like 1 a.m. Boxing Day, it's like early in the morning.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that so many people are going to stay up and watch that.
I know. Not me.
I've already had we plan out our Christmas, and we've normally we have Christmas Day in the house. Boxing Day, we'd go over to my my mother-in-law's place, which is great. But because there's not so many people, we've actually decided, Boxing Day, me, Donna and Jessica are going to go out with my mother-in-law and her chap, and we're going to go to a nice restaurant. We're going to go to Marco Pierre's restaurant for Boxing Day.
Yeah.
So I was like, babe, we've got to stay off the internet.
Yeah, no, that's
Don't load up social media on Boxing Day. I said, when are we booked in? She's like, oh, about 1 o'clock. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I'm going to nip over to my sister's in the morning. I'm going to walk in that door and go, no one say a like, no one talk to me about Stranger Things. We're going to go out for the meal, come back and say, everyone good? Great. Sit down.
Yeah.
Like, so that's going to be our Boxing Day night. And then obviously we've got, I think it's New Year's Eve in the States and then New Year's Day for us. Same thing. I mean, either you're up.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's like tonight, you know, it's like we've got, it's the John Cena's last match, you know, a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
By the time my, you know, Donna and Jessica are like staying at their mum's tonight. They've even taken the dog with them. They're having a big sleepover. And I'm kind of like, I'm coming home to an empty house. We'll probably be down here about 11. I'm like, I could just power through and watch John Cena's last match, right?
It'll be about, what, 3 in the morning? 4
Yeah,
in
and
the
then
morning?
Donna's like, you know, I have stuff to do tomorrow, right? And I'm like, I am in my 40s. I can't do that no more. So, yeah, but I love the way they've structured the release for this, I've got to admit.
It has given us all something to at least tune in for over the Christmas.
We got something to talk about for Christmas, guys.
Yay.
But I just want to finish by answering Neuro's question, Sam. What if no one dies? You think the show loses something? And I will say, actually, yes, I think the show will lose something. Now, having them all survive is fine. Yeah.
Vecna dies.
Vecna dies, yeah. Now, the reason why I think some of our heroes need to die is because that makes your villains even more terrifying and frightening. The villains already are pretty terrifying and frightening, but we've seen them because they've torn apart the military. They've torn apart angry mums and civilians. They haven't managed to get their hands on the main cast yet. So
Almost killed Max.
yeah. So I think them actually getting to kill some of the main cast will then add that moment of fear, because then when you go, well, if that person died, no one's safe. That raises the stakes, that heightens the tension and the drama for the end. So, yes, they could do it without any major character dying, but I think they will take away from the fear factor of the big bad. So, it looks intimidating and powerful. Let's see him actually go through with it. Yeah. Either which way, even though I might have had some bad things to say about Stranger Things, I've been a huge fan of the show for the 10 years. I still, it's all because of the strength of that first season. Whenever I revisit that first season, I'm like, this is why I'm still here 10 years later watching it, on the strength of that first season and how the characters have grown. They may have gone through loops and repeated them, their character arcs a couple of times, but it's still been very satisfying because the production value is so good. The music is incredible. The pacing is still pretty tight. And even though a lot of them have plot armor, it's still so wildly entertaining. There's nothing else on the market that is delivering what this show has done for me in that type of entertainment. And I think it's spoken to so many people across the world. It's when you go into town and you go into a random store and it's Stranger Things merch everywhere, you're like, why? How do you even have Stranger Things stuff?
Oh my god, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was in HMV today and I was like, there's a wall of it.
Yeah.
There's a wall dedicated to it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But you know what? It's nice. I think we need it.
Yeah.
We need it right now. There's a lot of other junk going on and,
the world.
Britain's an interesting place right now, let's just say that.
It's escapism.
So let's have some escapism, absolutely. Especially at Christmas of all times, you know what I mean? Do you know what? One thing I would like to see in these next 3 episodes? Fucking Christmas episode. I want. Can it just be Christmas in one of the episodes?
Right? She's got Christmas
That's
lights.
what I mean. Can it just be Christmas in one of the episodes? Like just in between it, like in the middle, in out of these 3, number 2, it just. Hey, do you guys know it's
take a
Christmas
break.
or something?
Christmas, yeah.
That would be amazing.
Well, that's going to bring us to the end of this segment of the podcast. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be answering your questions. And welcome back to the third part of the podcast where we will be answering your questions.
Yay!
First question we have today is from Phoenix Shroud.
What up, Phoenix Shroud?
Phoenix asks, which IP would you like to see as a board game or a card game? It can certainly be something that has never been given the treatment or, up until now, has been done abysmally.
Oh, I'll got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Give me a fucking card game or board game of that or something.
Okay, yeah, brand new, yeah. So, I mean, it hasn't had the chance to be abysmal. I heard it did pretty well at the Game Awards.
Did it get it?
I think it might have got everything, unfortunately.
Did it get everything?
Everything.
Good. Deserved it. Stop me hating the French. Amazing.
It's not my game of the year, I'm sorry. That goes to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Yeah, I 100% knew that was going to be your game.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, did you play Clair Obscur at all?
I did up until I started Act 3, and
I
then
didn't.
I took a break and then never went back.
Oh, see, I didn't play Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I wish I'd got the time to play it.
I
'cause it
put in
looks so good.
quadruple the amount of hours in Kingdom Come compared to Expedition. Expedition has...
I did about 120
It is the
odd
fantasy
hours into that.
story, and so it gets to do all these crazy... I don't want to spoil anything.
Yes, it
stories.
does.
Whereas Kingdom Come, yes, it is grounded in more reality, but it does get into the.
They're polar opposites of games, absolutely. Yeah. But no, I wish I'd had the time to play that. Yeah.
I just feel a little bit bad that Kingdom Come didn't win anything because of how
Did
much.
it not? It didn't get anything.
No, because Expedition took everything.
Oh, do you know what? As much as I loved it, I feel bad because I've seen nothing but good stuff about Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I was like, oh well.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Expedition 33.
Expedition 33. It's ace, and the Game Awards agree with me.
Yeah, they do. The people do.
Linda,
I have no idea.
Buffy, surely,
Buffy has a legendary encounters version, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Plus the fan expansions, you have almost every episode of every season.
yeah, but is it like so? Like,
It's a good. Legendary is a
sort
good
of
card
like,
game.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But I always like it when they make a specific. No. This is your, game, and like this is your, sort of like mechanism, for a game or something.
I think the problem is we've got so many board games in our house, which Phoenix Shroud keeps adding to.
Awesome, man.
Top man.
So it's like I'm like at a loss as to.
I played a lot of franchise-based board games. Battlestar Galactica and Spartacus remain two of the greatest board games to play, and they are inspired. And sadly, neither of them are in print anymore. However, Spartacus is in print because they lost the
redid it,
license.
didn't they? Yeah.
They redid all the artwork.
It doesn't look as good.
It doesn't, so you can't get it anymore. Battlestar Galactica you can't get anymore because Fantasy Flight lost the rights to the Sci-Fi's license, so can't get that anymore. So they made their own, Unfathomable, and it sucks.
I haven't played it. We had a decent sized game at mine, didn't we?
We
In the
did,
summer,
yeah.
like last year or year before,
Yeah,
with
good 2+
Spartacus,
hours
and like
game, yeah.
sat on the deck in with it all over the table. Oh, it was so good.
It is.
Has there been a Tomb Raider board game?
Chat, if you will.
I'm going to say no.
I'm not.
I've never
I've
seen
certainly
one.
not seen one.
I've spent about 15 hours this year perusing board games and never once seen a Tomb Raider one. So,
That would definitely be a good one.
There's Aliens games, Warriors games,
Oh, God,
Escape
loads.
from New York, Halloween. Yeah, there's so many.
Oh God!
I've not played that yet, actually. And Ian got it for, I believe, Phoenix Shroud, literally on the podcast last year. We've not had a Escape from New York session.
Not yet,
We
no.
need to do that.
I mean, for Ian's birthday, it hasn't arrived yet, but I ordered it for him in February. But Army of Darkness, the board game.
It's a Kickstarter for you.
Yeah, but I mean, I brought it through. The thing is, I brought it through the usual board game retailer that I buy all my games from.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess I don't know if
I don't
that
think it's
board
out
game
yet.
company exactly will buy
Yeah, no,
into
no,
Kickstarter. I don't know. I really look into it. But I would. This question coming from Phoenix Shroud as well, and I know I've been chatting with Phoenix Shroud, and he is developing his own Terminator card game based on the Legendary Encounters sort of rule sets as well. And what he's been doing has been fantastic, and that unfortunately also leads me into my easy answer. Terminator. I've, in all my years, never once played a good Terminator board game or card game. It might exist, I just never played it. The only good Terminator stuff I played with was when I was 8, and we had the toy where you could put the little
God, you
toy
could inject
in the gunker, and you could put the skin on him, and then you could take the skin off so he has the skeleton underneath. It was the best toy ever.
We peaked in the 90s. I did enjoy. Was it Resistance? Terminator Dark Resistance.
I
whatever it's
enjoyed that
called.
too,
Like,
yeah.
I was like, this is a solid shooter.
It went
This
on
is-
a bit. It went on about 2 hours too long for
Yes,
me.
it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it absolutely did, and I completed it. And I got it. I was like, by the end of it, I was like,
By the end of it,
They were
I
like-
was sprinting.
by the end of
past
it,
them.
they were like, "There's DLC." I'm like, "You go
Done,
fuck yourself."
done.
Yeah. But I really did enjoy that one. I got it, man.
Yeah. Nice. So we're going with Tomb Raider, Terminator,
Player Obscure.
and Clair Obscur. Nice. Cheers, Phoenix.
Nice, good question.
Next question. This is the first time he's asked a question. I think Ian Buckingham.
Yeah, but read this.
Here's a question for the three super hosts. You
dear.
have found a pair of sunglasses that allows you to see the world is under the control of aliens from They Live. You are on your own and no one else realizes. Who is the first person you reveal the shocking truth to? And why is it me?
So he's inferring that he would be the person we would
We'd all
reveal.
go to.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm
To be
going
fair-
to be honest. I'm
to be
just
fair-
To be fair.
to be fair.
I'm going to Ian. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but-
No one else will believe me.
Dude, honestly, with the way we are at the minute, I'm just gonna be. If I find out, aliens have started running stuff, I'm gonna be like, let's see how this pans out.
Yeah.
Let's just see if they manage to.
Is this the reason
What
why
is
we're
the,
over
yeah, it's
now?
like, is this why we are, or are they about
here now
to fix
try and
it?
get us back?
And if they're like, no, these guys are new, I'm gonna smash them glasses and not tell anyone.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll fix it.
Honestly, if I found out, I would actually probably poop my pants and try to keep it very quiet.
I don't think so. I don't think you would.
Yeah.
I think now if you
No,
feel
I would
like you
totally-
come on, you
totally
go.
go
Oh,
to
that
the
makes sense.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, that totally tracks.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. But yeah, I think Ian
explains
I'm gonna-
everything.
Yeah. Ian will help me make sense of things.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not, but that will give me the sense to know what not makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Next question is from Josh.
What up, Josh?
Favorite film franchise? I think the best is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I know extended editions may be more faithful to the books, and I've seen both. The extended edition of The Return of the King might be the longest film I've ever seen.
Until next year, when you go watch them again in cinemas.
Star Wars original trilogy comes after, and then
20.
Back to the Future.
I'm with you, Josh. Totally.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Lord of the Rings
Is
is
it the
my.
Hobbit as well in there?
Yeah, I will do all extended editions,
Yeah,
the
all of
whole
them.
lot shebang.
Every Christmas?
It's
Every
really-
summer?
No,
Every
Summer. I
sick
like them in
day?
the summer.
When do you do it?
used to be like my sick days, like if
Yeah.
I was ill and stuff, that would be my go-to.
Oh, I used
but-
to watch Outbreak because I'd always be like, not that sick.
But
Fair.
to be
I
honest,
love them in the summer.
I would just do
I can't.
whatever.
They're Christmas ones for
Whatever.
me. Lord of the Rings.
That's fair. I've watched
That's
them
when
at
they-
Christmas.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
do you know what? Honestly, I mean,
I've lost
dude,
count how many times I've watched.
This used to be an easy answer for me,
I don't-
favourite
I don't-
franchises.
yeah.
But all my favourite franchises are fucking shit now.
Aww.
No, okay. Oh, no. You got to cut them off. All right, great.
No, I can't.
This is easy.
There's,
Yeah, no, you
there's
can.
more bad ones
You
than good
absolutely
ones.
Because, okay, first of all, Josh, honestly, I mean, I think you brought the best answer with you in the Lord of the Rings. They're perfect. I love them, you know. So, especially that initial Lord of the Rings trilogy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, a few little tweaks with The Hobbit, but other than that, it's nothing.
There
It's
are
minor.
actually fan
But-
edits of the Hobbits if you want a more
I should probably
streamlined.
watch those, yeah.
um,
But,
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of funny to say because I rag on it a lot now because of what it is. But, dude, take me from Iron Man to Endgame.
Yes, the first
Oh,
10
I've done
years
that. I've
of
done
Marvel.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 10-year stretch of
Yeah.
Marvel, as much as sort of
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, like the Eternals is included in that, but yeah, you know, I'm not saying it's not perfect, but it's pretty phenomenal
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
what they
Or
did. Dude.
occasionally
Yeah.
I'll do like I'll stick with a particular character, like I'll do all the Thor movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, or I'll do all the Iron
including
Man.
the Avengers in between.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So.
Rush Hour 1 to 3.
What?
That's pretty great. But yeah, I'd totally take the that first 10 years of Marvel's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
I do love the Nolan Batmans.
Fair, yeah.
For the
I mean,
plot,
ju-
for the
how-
plot holes you can fly a Batwing
You
through.
could probably still just say Batman as a franchise.
Batman as a
All
franchise is
of
great.
it
You know,
is
everyone
still
knows
mostly
I'm a
good.
huge Batman fan. It's my favorite
Yeah.
comic book character. But yeah, I do love the Nolan verse.
Yeah.
You know, those are pretty great.
Somebody just said Planet of the Apes. You know, I would actually say I agree with you because, in my opinion, there's only one bad Planet of the Apes film, and that is the Tim Burton one. I know some of the 80s ones got a little bit ropey, but I'd still take them over the Burton one anyway.
They were Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that back end 3.
Of the
Planet of the Apes were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, that was Matt Reeves, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Back
yeah,
to
actually,
the-
that's a great pull.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the
is,
Future was mentioned by the
pretty
question
great.
asker,
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, that was a great pull.
Done
Yeah,
those
it's his third
numerous
favourite.
times.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, of Evil Dead, for me, I also still love the Rocky franchise, even though Rocky is
Love
not
Rocky.
a part of it anymore. That still holds up for me.
It's only 2 movies. Does that count as a franchise? 2
What's-
movies
what's
count as a
that?
franchise? Boondock Saints.
There's a third one in the works. So it'll be a trilogy.
Yeah, you've
That's
been
what
telling me
the
this
franchise-
since 2001.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, he's finished doing Walking Dead now. Daryl Dixon's story is over, so
Okay.
he's back.
Toy Story is a good pull, dude. Actually, that's not a bad pull.
I actually watched all of them during the pandemic lockdown and forgot how good the originals were and how fun
The
the new ones
first three
were.
were great. I mean, I think
Isn't
are we
there
up
a
to
new
4 now?
one?
There's another one in the works.
There's another one in the works as well.
Yeah.
But the yeah,
Of course, next year is
first
the year
three
of
Toy
sequels.
Stories,
It is, yeah,
we've
so
established this
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, gee,
Evil Dead.
Oh, yeah, obviously
Evil
Alien.
It's my first answer now to a film franchise that holds up. It would have been Aliens. I can't say that anymore. I just can't.
It depends which ones. Like, I do Aliens. I do Aliens, Alien 3.
Yeah, and then just stop.
That's interesting.
4 if you want to.
4
if you've been
pushing it.
drinking while watching.
No. Do you know what? I think you have to make peace. I think that's what you have to do. You have to go sort of like. I think most of these now have moved on to the point where it's like you have to pick your trilogy.
Yeah.
So like Aliens is either your trilogy is Aliens,
and Alien
3, or it's Aliens Romulus, for example. Now I'll go. Listen, wait. No. The funny thing is, I'll go Aliens, Alien 3 because it's Ripley's story.
Yeah.
That's the important thing in it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Terminator.
Yeah.
So if you pull so if you take Salvation, which is a prequel, sequel, weird circle fucking movie, it depends what timeline you follow if it even makes sense. Genesis is a what if. Yeah. So either your Terminator trilogy is the Terminator, T2 Judgment Day, and T3 Rise of Machines, or it's the Terminator, T2 Judgment Day, and Dark Fate. And actually, no, but do you know what the fucked up thing is? Yeah, but if you go Dark Fate, Sarah gets an entire arc.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Predator.
Yeah.
You go Predator 2, and then you fucking stop.
Whatever.
Yes, you do. But I can't consider that a franchise.
You don't watch 3 movies.
I quite like the Predator versus Alien, the one in the ice.
First one. Alien vs Predator, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the Arctic for that.
In the Arctic, yeah.
On certain days, Linda, I'm like, I'm right with you. And then on other days, I'm like...
Do you know what? Is if you
I call it
do you know
my,
what? If you
my
just
alien
showed
porn,
me,
because that film has more shots of the xenomorph than any of the Alien films.
That's
you
true.
see the aliens climbing,
What
fighting,
about the-
hunting.
if you know if
Brody
you
one.
Oh, Predators.
oh my god, it's a kick in the dick.
I don't mind that film. I'd rather watch it where they
Hate
edit not Lance Henriksen.
For some reason, I was
Larry
asleep
Fishburne.
at the end.
Oh, Lawrence.
Yeah, get
Larry
Larry out of
Fishburne.
that film. He ruins it.
Yeah.
He does. He kills that fucking momentum dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, do you know what? If you, I gotta admit, if you took the first AVP movie, right, and you went, we're about to show you a trailer, and if you watch this trailer and enjoy it, you've got to like spend all this money on the film, and it was just when the Predator jumps and in midair fucking spears that queen in the face, I'd be like, I will give you my first and only born child for that movie, because that one shot was so great.
Yeah.
Don't watch the rest of the movie. But
Man,
I'm going to Jedi this.
We're
Don't watch the rest of the movie.
we're building. You know, we're building to the next AVP movie.
We absolutely are.
It's coming. We don't know it.
I mean,
yet,
we technically just had it with Badlands. Badlands, excuse me, was it was Wailing Utanian.
Yeah, it's happening. It's already happening. Great question, cheers,
Those legs were kicking. Yeah.
Next question is from Havard Orion.
What up, Havard?
If you could choose one standalone horror movie that unfortunately turned out bad, which one would you want to see remade into a genuinely good film?
Jesus.
And what specific changes would you make to improve it? First one I came up with is Chud. No, it's because I'm a defender of Chud. Famously, Ian and I have done a review for it.
Sounds like a t-shirt.
I like it. I spent the entire duration of that video with Ian tearing it to pieces, and I think Chud would make a great modern day remake. Homelessness in America, American government doing shady shit, toxic waste being kept underneath in the sewers of New York, and
This is a documentary.
turning the homeless into Chuds, cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, and then they come up and start terrorizing and eating people. I think the original film has pacing issues, budget issues, but oh my god, did it nail tone and atmosphere and dread. I think it's a fun film, but ripe for a good remake.
So it's got to be a standalone movie that turned out bad.
I also
It's
throw in
quite
Maximum
hard.
Overdrive. because more vehicles driving around on their own killing humans.
Oh my god, can
on,
you imagine how you
come
do it
on.
now with a bunch of Teslas going nuts and Elon's like, rah! Like, yeah, that'd be
It's not
amazing.
me.
Long Legs, I thought that was shit, but I don't want a remake. So I can't count that.
This is the problem, isn't
got
it? So if
bad
you've
film
seen
to be
about
remade
what
from
I'm going
any
to
era.
turn this around and say, like, not a bad film. So I would love to. I'm a big fan in terms of horror of James Herbert. I've read all his books.
I only read the Rats one. I think.
Yeah, so they did actually make a
That movie traumatized
movie
me.
based on the Rats.
They fucking did.
It was called, I can't remember, Evil Eyes or Deadly Eyes or something like that, which was,
It was
slammed by fans and stuff like that. So
it was never given.
so
His
there
films weren't given the budget.
yeah, so there have been, like, they've made a few, like they made the, like, a version of The Fluke and I think Survivors and stuff like this. So there's only been a few. They've made this TV series. The Haunted was made. That wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Which one?
Haunted.
Don't
So
recall that one.
yeah. So if you look at James Herbert, like the beginning of like his first kind of novels and stuff are very like The Rats, Laird, Maine. You've got your trilogy there,
Yeah.
essentially, yeah. And then you've got Fog,
Yes. Yeah.
which was pretty, like if you've read it, it's like I think Fog was probably the first James Herbert book I read.
Nice.
But actually, I prefer his more later ones, which like Ghosts of Sleeth and others. A lot of fans I know would like to see others made into a film.
Okay.
So that's quite an interesting.
You know what? Once Stephen King, sadly, moves on into the Stephen King universe, and they're going to be looking at classic horror authors. James
Herbert,
it just needs a good director with some budget.
Yeah,
like you've got
that and that's it.
years worth of horror there.
Because his writing is incredible,
Yeah.
and the research that he puts into,
should
or
read
he
more
put
Herbert.
into,
I
because
should.
sadly
Yeah.
he died like a couple of years ago. But it's amazing, and so I think I'd love to see some of his
that. Nice. Yeah.
but
That's a
true
good
to
point.
his books.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the problem.
Don't lose it in adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to think. The only ones that spring to me sort of like, well, for what, I'm coming out of the confines of your question really with saying like a horror movie that turned out bad, because you were talking about authors. My instant, as soon as you said started talking about authors, my brain went Meg by Steve Holt, and I was like, but that's not a horror movie. That's just a horrific movie.
Okay.
Horror for the wrong
Meg
reasons.
and Meg 2, Shut Up Meg, was just, oh my god. I mean, yeah, I'm like, let's do Meg as an actual movie based on the book, but I'll do a recent one. I want to see a remake. So for horror movies that turned out bad, I want to see a remake of Werewolves, the Frank Grillo Werewolves movie. And do you know what I'd change? The Purge with Werewolves, which when you just hear that is like, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'd change where the werewolves weren't just in the background, guys in suits doing this. Alright, I know I'm not a big fan of CGI. I'd CGI that shit. I'd make them werewolves. Like, Jesus. American Werewolf in Paris had better werewolves than that movie.
Yeah, you're right. And I hate that.
I fucking hate it too!
Good shout.
Purge with Werewolves was like, yeah? Did you watch it? Yeah.
I didn't. I switched it off.
Freaking I got 75% of the way through. I was
you
just
made
I'm
it
done
further
with it.
than
I'm
I
fucking
did.
done with this.
Wow.
I'm done with this. Yeah.
Great question. Thank you,
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah, good one.
Next question is from Paul Atherton.
What up, Paul?
First and foremost, boys and Linda, have an exceptional Christmas with family and friends.
You too, brother.
Watch the odd Christmas movie or two while sipping back those bevies.
Will do.
Lastly, to Andy. Hope everything's
up?
okay, mate. Off the Shelf Reviews podcast ain't been the same without you.
Oh, bless your heart.
They've missed you.
I know.
Yeah.
I've missed me.
Great. And my first question is for Andy and Ian.
Bro!
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down in Jess.
What are your predictions for the WWE in 2026 on Earth Royal Rumble,
get
Elimination
comfy.
Chamber, WrestleMania, opinions, matches that might take place? Last question, what movies are you all looking forward to in 2026? And what's been your favourite movie TV series in 2025 you've all enjoyed? Again, have a fab Xmas
Breathe,
New
brother.
Year.
Oh my god.
All the very best to your families. Christmas tree, snowman, fist bump, thumb up, fist bump, Santa Claus.
Santa. Thank you, Paul. Well, I'll take the wrestling one. I'll do it quick because otherwise I'll be. You're like, what's going to happen in 2026? I'm like, settle in. Well,
how about what do you predict's going to happen tonight?
I was going to say, we had this in the car journey here.
Yeah.
Like Ian and
the big thing. So tonight,
Nice.
just to explain it, is John Cena's final match is hours away, and he's going to be wrestling Gunther, who retired Goldberg. So he's look.
How do you feel about that?
What about him retiring Goldberg? I don't give a fuck.
And about him retiring.
About it
John
being Gunther is. Do you know what? Wrestling business has always been about giving back for a lot of guys that are at
You
that
pass
level.
the torch, you move
pass
on.
the-
Yeah.
It absolutely elevates Gunther. It adds to the mythos, the character of Gunther to be, I'm the guy that retires the guy. Fine. If that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing, and that's great. Not even controversial, but the most interesting part, and no one really seems to be talking about it online, is when Gunther won. It's been a tournament to get to have the honor, which I love. They did a tournament where the prize was you get to have this guy's last match.
Yeah.
No title. No, and afterwards, if you beat him, you get to... Nope, just you get to be the guy that wrestles him for the last time. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's a prize,
Gunther won.
Yeah.
And beat LA Knight, which we'll circle back to in a minute based on your question. And sort of like is screaming down the lens of the camera about like, John, I'm going to make you give up. Now, Goldberg's just... Gunther, sorry, because he was called... He used to be called Walter. I always remember back to what. So Gunther, he's got, he'll tap people out with a choke. He's don't get me wrong, he's a bruiser of a wrestler, but he will tap you out. And I love the idea that John Cena has literally never tapped out in his professional career.
Has he passed out?
Nope, he's never. Not that I'm aware of. No, I don't think he has.
Never been.
No, he's never done the Steve Austin.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, if you want to be a dickhead. When he was like the Doctor of Thugonomics and the heel, I think there was a couple of times where he tapped out to the ankle lock and stuff. But ever since he became the never give up guy, he never gave up. That was the gimmick.
Nice.
So the idea of having him literally, I don't know what's better. Does Gunther touch him? Does he tap him out? Does he go out on his sword and pass out? And you ring the bell when he does. I don't know. So I know you asked for a prediction, but I'm just like I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know, but I'm excited for it, and I love being excited for a match that's not just like a WrestleMania title match. I'm just like, you know what, tonight's gonna be good. I'll give you a prediction that I want to see come true that we were talking about in the car. They keep showing the photo of John Cena as a child, genuine photo. He's got a handmade cardboard belt, which he calls the Championship of the Universe. I want, after his match, Triple H, Nick Khan, all the guys to come out, which you know is going to happen. They're going to have a big celebration. And I want them to give him a real made version of the Championship of the Universe. And they'll sell it on WWE.com. $499.99 available today. But I forget all the corporate shit. I want them to give him a Championship of the Universe belt, a real one. I will kick my sofa over with happiness if they do that. That would be great. But
you're right. And there's the passing of the torch. They tend to lose their last match because they're going out and putting over next generation's
and
talent.
they should do most of the time. They should do.
I honestly like Gunther's. He has been one of my favorite wrestlers to watch in my rediscovering and watching wrestling again.
Believable,
he stands out because he's good.
My favourite thing with a wrestler nowadays is when I see him and I'm like, I would not fight you.
Yes, he is intimidating. He is good.
If Gunther was like, get out my way, I'd be like, yep.
But so him
like, "That's
beating
fair."
Cena, you set him up to be the next generation big bad. But at the same time, I'm like, it's Cena. He's lost almost all of his matches that I've ever watched. Like, I think he should win this final match and go out on the high instead of losing and then walking out going, hey, it's been fun, bye.
You know what? I'd be fine with it as well.
Yeah.
I would be fine with it if he did win.
Yeah.
But I mean, going on, I think that the reason is what we've got an interesting couple of years coming because we're moving into Royal Rumble and then WrestleMania season. So Royal Rumble in January in 2026 is in Saudi Arabia.
So
Mania's in Vegas.
Oh, Mania's in Vegas.
Yep.
Okay.
So the following year, I gotta admit, I don't know where the Rumble is, but Mania's in Saudi.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
So Everyone is clamoring over LA Knight, who keeps getting passed over for this push, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, has he lost this because he's going to win the Rumble finally and get his push? I would be cool with that. I'm just going to be honest. Either in Saudi in January, either Sami Zayn wins that Rumble because do you know what I mean?
Not a fan.
He either wins it there to go on the right, or what's more likely is I think that Sami Zayn wins the Rumble in 2027 and headlines WrestleMania in Saudi.
Okay.
I think that happens. But I'm hoping if something's going to happen prediction wise, is I hope that LA Knight wins the Royal Rumble to.
That'd be cool.
Oh my
to see.
god! Because at this
I'd like
point,
to see
what
that.
are we doing with him?
Nothing.
What are we
Stale.
doing with
He's
him?
staling.
Yeah, we should absolutely do that. So sorry. Yeah, there's my
Nice.
thing. Favorite
films-
movies in 2025. Wait till next podcast.
Next podcast is going to be all about that. But most things looking forward to next year. Alien Earth Season 2, because I'm an idiot. I always get excited when they go new alien and they jangle their alien keys. And I'm like, ooh.
Do you know what? I just shook my head at you and I'm like, you're going to watch it, you idiot.
I know I am.
I am
I'm
looking forward
stupid.
to the new Marvel, I've forgotten what it's called now, with Doctor Doom being Iron Man.
Oh, Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
Is that next year?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
All
Is
right,
it?
sweet.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
so,
let's
yeah.
fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got that,
and there's a new Spider-Man next year as well.
Oh yeah, because Sadie
Is it
Sadie
anime?
Simpson.
Oh, no, she's
that.
actually
yeah,
in it,
yeah,
isn't
no,
she?
they're
Yeah.
filming it in Glasgow.
Yeah.
No, I'm down for that. I just got the it came on Games Pass. Is that Marvel Cosmic Alliance? Like the guys who did the Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Yes.
I've been playing that on the handheld. I was like, this is fucking great.
Now, every time somebody mentions Turtles, my heart sinks because the Ronin what if storyline has been cancelled. I was like, that I was really looking
Told you,
forward
man.
to the R-rated Turtles movie where all the turtles are dead and there's one left.
Batman
fighting.
Arkham,
Yeah.
but it's the last Ronin.
Yeah.
Would be amazing.
But I was saying off stream, like in between the bits, as rather than film, I'm looking forward to the Tomb Raider games.
Yes, the new Tomb Raider game.
Yeah, that looks
Tomb
good.
Raider game.
They've done some.
That's the toffee.
rum.
The toffee rum.
Yeah, no, they dropped a lot of announcements for games this week. You got the 007 game. Actually, looks pretty interesting. It's got some Uncharted vibes to it, like some cinematic vibes to it, which works great for a 007 game, obviously. But I'm like, yeah, that one's got my interest for sure.
It's useful. I barely only got a snippets of the games award show. I only got snippets of the news, and I've barely seen any of the trailers.
Yeah, they've been dropping a lot. So we got E-Day, Gears E-Day.
Yeah, it's news to me.
So that's again, we've not seen anything since the initial
Gears
announcement.
6 for like a.
If you've got a PS5 and you never bought an Xbox, like you get Halo Campaign Evolved next year, So there's that, I guess. Then again, people. I saw the advert where it's sort of like it's Halo in the Unreal Engine. I'm like, yeah, I'll play that.
Want to play Halo again?
Yeah, probably.
Probably going to be better than the 343 fucking half-assed edition they put out.
Oh, that yeah.
Anyway, thanks for the question, Paul. Thank you. Next question is from Scott Wolf.
What up, Scott?
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, sir.
My question is, why do you not do video game reviews anymore on your channel?
Yeah, you jerk.
I don't know. Why, Gary? Why, Gary?
Looking back at your old videos, some of your
amazing.
game reviews were
This
so much
is a
fun
question
to watch.
for you, so I'm going to pee.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm 6 beers in and I'm done.
I might have another.
Absolutely.
Toffee rum.
I really enjoy doing the Gaming Friday videos, but when we were doing them, we were having issues at the time getting the recorded footage. I'm somewhat of a technician. I used to be able to do all of those things, but it became increasingly more difficult to capture the footage with the systems and the equipment that I have, the capture cards, the consoles, the games. Became really, really difficult. There were certain games that sometimes would cause days and days of trying to get them to work and to capture, and then after we'd look at the footage, we've captured a black screen. So then it's like, would I just capture audio and then put the audio, capture visuals and put the audio on top? It just became an ongoing fiasco. And at the same time, whilst doing that, I should have been editing the next video. I should have been working on the next thumbnail. And so it gets very stressful. So then we decided to make things easier, and it would be like, oh, we'll just pick a game, any game, and we won't have time to do the research, look up who made it, when they made it, what systems it released on, what the public reception was for it, what was the longevity of the game, its sequel, like all of that stuff was like, I ain't got time to research that as well. So Ian and I have the ability to just sit there and just talk shit about whatever it is. We have our opinions, and we bounce off each other's opinions in a banterish way, so that the video goes, and before you know it, 30 minutes is up. That felt fine to do, but I felt like I was half-assing the video. I felt like I wasn't giving it the attention. When we're talking about stuff, I've got no visuals to back it up. So I was like, if I want to talk about a jump scene that happens 8 hours into the game, but we're only showing you the first 30 minutes, I can't show it. So in my mind, I wanted to then record the entire game in footage, so that when we do the video, I can edit in all the bits that we're talking about. But then that became one heck of an editing job. Then you have to play the game from start to finish, not just the first 30 minutes. I was like, in terms of doing the YouTube stuff and doing that, I can't do that as fully as I want to. So I made the choice to just stop doing Gaming Fridays, because I don't have the time to put into it as much as I want to. I could do it, but it would just mean zero life after that.
Quality over quantity, right?
Yeah.
So
the thing is, you obviously on your Twitch, you do a lot of gaming. That's your medium now for that, isn't it?
Exactly, so. It is now. So if you guys are listening and you don't know this, I've been streaming on Twitch for about 5 years now. Usually Mondays and Wednesdays, and we do play a variety of games on there. So that is my avenue of then connecting with our audience and playing, some fun games and getting into it, and discussing them and reviewing them after we've completed them as well. So it's kind of evolved into that. And at the same time as well, Ian and I both decided, like, in order to help the YouTube channel side of things, we thought it best to just keep it just to the films on there. So no more gaming content on there. We thought we'd just specialize and then see if that helps our channel analytics grow. It didn't, but it just feels better that it is now just a film platform for us now. Hopefully that answers your question, and thank you for asking those, Scott, because I know we get that question every time, and almost every other live stream somebody says, where was the Gaming Fridays? I'm like, also at the same time, like, the Gaming Fridays only got about a quarter of our film review in terms of watch time and view clicks and likes and shares kind of thing. So even though there was a much smaller percentage of people watching it, you guys were dedicated to our Gaming Friday. So I do thank you for watching and going back and listening to our old playthroughs, especially our sequential Saturdays that we used to do. So
hey guys, it's a business at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? It's like you have to make some decisions that are financial, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And there's so many other people that do gaming reviews.
Yeah, and they're doing better.
Yeah, but you got, you've
spread yourself too thin.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't work.
So cheers to Gaming Fridays. Last question on this list is from Kenneth Neff.
Kenneth!
You guys are the best.
We know.
Merry Christmas early. My question is, what's your go-to Christmas horror movie for the season?
Easy.
Go on.
Nail it.
Violent Night.
Oh, that is a banger. Die Hard with Santa.
I haven't seen it yet.
How the fuck? It's like 3-4 years old and it's getting a sequel. How have you not watched it yet?
I know.
Did I have the exact same reaction last year about it? Oh my god, David Harbour rocking it. It's a great movie. I 100% am with you. Love that movie.
Telling me every week lately that they've just watched it again and they're like, it's amazing. And I'm like,
there's even a guy in it that, like, my wife was always like, he looks like Gary. There is, actually. And you know what I'm talking about. With the
look
elves.
out for him.
Yeah.
Fine, I will watch it this Christmas because, it's not on my list as well. I've not seen it yet.
That's a great one. I'm going to take away from the ones you've got on your list, which I absolutely agree with.
Remember, this is horror movies, guys, in the chat. This is horror movies, not
horror.
just Christmas movies.
I'm going to definitely say Santa's Sleigh with Goldberg.
I love
that one. It's great. Absolutely love that one. Where he's like a Norse version of Santa that comes to Hell Townscape to terrorize everyone. That's a great one. I'll say Terrifier 3, but it's just always hard for me to be like, yeah, I look forward to watching that at Christmas. But it is a Christmas horror movie. Do you know what I mean? Silent Night, Deadly Night is a.
So, okay, I need to see it.
And there's like a brand new one as well this year. I think we talked about it earlier. I don't know. I'm shit faced, but I do want to watch the new one. But I think they've just put the original on Prime. So I'll probably I may even rewatch that tonight. Actually,
Nice.
Ian will probably say Bad Santa. Is it Bad Santa?
Bad Santa.
You know what?
Not horror though.
For as terrible I am with like swearing, and I've tried to curb it because you're sat next to me. I made a point of curbing my swearing because I'm like, oh, no, I know you don't care, and I'm terrible.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm like, there you go. I'm sat next to my friend's wife. I don't want to be swearing all night, but do you know what? As much as I don't care because I swear like a drunk sailor, Bad Santa 1 and 2 is like they take it so far that even I'm like, Jesus, like like some of the stuff you say, and I'm like, dude, I think even if I was in public, I'd hit you, yeah, it's crazy. But
I think
is Bad Santa a horror movie, or is it just horrifying to watch?
But what I like about the best kill in Violent Night is it towards the end
girl.
The end of the film.
Oh,
the chimney.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, that is a good one. Our favourite is always like the little girl goes like the full if Pomelo was homicidal and just starts. I'm just like, that's a child. I do. That child just killed a guy. Are we cool with it?
Yeah, I do have to cringe at that point.
Yeah, that's
like
that's
I have to like. Yeah.
You should watch it. You should really watch it.
I can't believe you've not.
We should do that as a watch along.
Seriously?
Yeah, but I think I got put off by him after seeing his terrible Hellboy film, and I was like,
no, you got to. It's honestly,
you can barely see that's him. Come on.
He's brilliant in it.
Okay.
He really is.
But to answer, I said Gremlins was the first thing I wrote down as my answer. Not necessarily horror, but the tone of that film borrows from horror so much.
100%.
So much.
100%.
Yeah, and then on top of that, Krampus from 2015. I have to say that one because there's like
just bought that on DVD today.
Krampus films, and Rare Exports is a fun one too. That has again horror moments. So yeah.
We were talking about it before the podcast. I love Rare Exports, and I watched it the other day, and it's kind of like you finish watching the movie and realise nothing really happens in that film at all. But it's a great ride. It really is a good ride all the way through.
Alrighty, on to our last few questions here. This is from Code Dude.
What up, Code Dude?
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man.
Bless this highly nutritious microwavable macaroni and cheese dinner and the people who sold it on sale.
Is this a question, or is he just going to quote all of Christmas movies?
Home Alone. Any other favourite quotes from Christmas films? If you can't think of any, then what are your favourite Christmas movies?
Oh, dude. I mean, I can't exactly quote it blatted out, but I will say is like Bill Murray's speech in Scrooge.
The end speech.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm going. Like, I'm not going to be funny. I watch it every Christmas Eve, and I'm going to roll tears.
Yeah.
Because it is phenomenal.
I agree. Yeah, so well
Absolutely
written, so well delivered as well.
Oh, he
kills
it.
That is a perfect Christmas moment.
Just down the literally
straight
down
to the lens.
Down the lens.
Yeah.
He's talking to
Nails
you.
it. Oh,
hence
so
why
good.
we normally it's a tradition in our house to watch Scrooged every Christmas Eve.
Wow.
I'm Scrooge and Die Hard. That's the running order.
Well, he's already done Die Hard.
For me and my brother, it was any Jim Carrey movie on Christmas Eve.
Oh, do you know what? I love that actually because it's sort of like it's not like there's a Christmas movie in the mix. It's just sort of like no. That's
just something
he's our
stupid
guy.
And fun.
Yeah, he's our guy. Yeah, no, I love that. You watch him come out of a rhino. It's funny.
Like a glove. Yeah.
I have to say, I always watch the Kurt Russell.
We did a watch along to it, didn't we?
Yeah. So I've done 1 and 2 already.
Nice. I still never saw the second one with Goldie Hawn like having a bigger role in
as part in it.
Yeah.
Ian's not so keen on the second one.
Right.
But,
I think when Ian mentioned that, that was
first one's better. First one's definitely better. But do you know what they did? Yeah, I thought Goldie Hawn was a highlight of the second one. I got to admit, they have the the lad from New Zealand. He's in Deadpool. Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
He was in.
Yeah.
You know, like the big lad. He plays like an elf. Spoilers for the second one. He plays like an elf. So he's quite good in it. But
so considering I can't quote My favourite Christmas movie is still probably Gremlins. I also love Home Alone and Home Alone 2 because of the Wet Bandits. Marv and Harry are just freaking comic geniuses. Probably why I ended up loving Jim Carrey so much.
Everything he says, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Kevin pinches the girl's bum and she turns around and he's like, well, hello. Just smacks him in the mouth. I'm like, brilliant.
I also think that he has one of the best screams in all of cinema. And the sequence in the second one where he gets electrocuted, or when he's like laying there and he's about to have another brick thrown at him off the roof, and he's just like,
oh my god! I saw a mashup of that with Obi-Wan in Episode 1 of Star Wars, where he's hanging off of the thing, and Kevin's there with a brick, like.
Yeah. So another quote is, which we watched recently. Because Ian wanted to watch it yesterday.
Stop blaming Ian.
No, yeah.
You can go, well, Ian wanted to watch it.
No, this is my life at home.
oh wow!
Is every time a bell rings,
And the angel gets its
wings.
wings. Yeah, beautiful. I love that moment, and that little moment of the film, sweet.
Oh, Will, if you're gonna start pulling Trading Places out for quotes, see, like I want to say them. But I think I might get in trouble if I start like quoting Eddie Murphy and Eddie Murphy's voice.
Yeah,
but,
I think this might be one of the first podcasts where we might actually keep it monetized.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I blame you, but it's. Oh man, Trading Places is absolutely. I mean, like I got a friend of mine who's staying with us for Christmas. That is our movie, Sandbags.
Nice.
That is me and his movies, as in to the point where we found out a few years ago that Brewdog, you know, the big chain in the UK, Scottish chain. They sell a whiskey called Uncle Duke's.
Oh, wow.
The second we found out we could buy a bottle of whiskey with the word Duke's on it, we were
Sold.
like, we drink that while we're watching Trading Places, because of course you do, because you're an idiot. Like, you know. Oh, brilliant. My God. Trading Places is probably, if I really think it is, probably in my top 5 movies of all time. Forget Christmas.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
that's great.
I love Trading Places so much.
If somebody actually made Papa's beer.
Oh, from Letterkenny. Do you know, she instantly started searching for it when she saw it. She was like,
real?
after about 10 minutes, she was like, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
She was furious. Yeah, absolutely.
But apparently you can get, is it the dill, pickled dill crisps.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. They have got a website that you can buy bits off, but yeah. Unfortunately one of them wasn't Pupper's beer. She was legit furious.
Damn. But to finish that up, my most recent Christmas movie that I talk about any chance somebody asks, and that is the film called The Holdovers. It was one of my favourite films. Paul Giamatti.
Okay, so I'll do you one on Violent Night. I've not watched it, and it's on my playlist, so I'll do you a deal, right?
Yes, next podcast. January.
Okay,
I'll
watch
have watched
The Holdovers. Violent Night.
Violent Night, Deadly Night. Or both of them if there's more than one now.
Yeah.
And you're getting Holdovers. Got it.
100%. No, that looks great.
Cheers for the question, code dude.
Nice.
Next question is from Neurovisor.
What up, Neurovisor?
Hollywood adapted a lot of things, from books, video games, short stories, even freaking emojis. So, stupid question, if you had to adapt a painting into cinema, which one would it be? Bonus points if you give me the cast for that movie.
This is a bit intellectual.
Wow,
isn't it?
after this many drinks...
I've had too many Prosecco's and toffee rum.
What about the...
what was the question again?
what about the painting from Dawn of Justice, where it's like it's like you can flip it, you got the angels and the demons and stuff, and Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, and he's like, oh, if it's wrong, it's the other way up, because devils come from above, not below. Yeah, I'd adapt that. It would be called the Bible, I guess. I don't know.
I just think of Labyrinth and the paint, the staircase thing.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that would work. God, mate, that is way too deep a question.
It is really deep into
I don't know.
Ghostbusters 2, Vigo, chat, Chief 79, thank you.
We've got Vigo on
what
our
a banger of an answer that was.
Such an easy out. I love it.
Yeah, that is I saw that like a lifeline. Oh my God, that would absolutely work. You said Vigo rampaging. Basically, you just put Vigo back into Die Hard.
Right, yeah.
He's in that, right? The dude is like just having rampaging through that in Die Hard. There you go.
Man, yeah.
I guess the easy one as well is what's he called? The guy who stays young unless you see his painting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dorian Gray. Yeah, see, I'm pissed. Yeah,
I know that story. That's a cool story.
I mean, that is actually just that question adapted into a film, I guess. Yeah.
What about the famous Scream?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Oh, so you do a documentary about me watching Alien Earth?
all of us watching Alien,
Yeah,
combined
fucking-
experience. We just film us. The entire pier is filled with us screaming.
Or there is that painting, isn't there? I don't know what it's called, but of some portrait painting or something that if you have it in your house, whatever, it's cursed or something. I can't remember what it's called now.
I'm sure it's in one of the Amityvilles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they had a cursed lamp at one point.
100%.
Honestly, Nero, it's a great
Dude, that's
question.
the best you're getting.
But I'm just, I don't know my art
We've drank
or
too
my,
much.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I gotta admit.
It's too
my
intellectual.
artists. Yeah, great question though, man. You trumped us all.
Can we hear yours? Actually, you're in the
Yes.
chat. Yeah, have you got one? Because I
Yeah.
feel like you asked
Come
that
on.
question having a really good answer.
He
to it.
must have,
We know
yeah.
you've been drinking
Definitely
too, so
thought
out
with
with
it.
something
Out
when he
with
was
it.
asking that question.
We'll wait.
Come on.
The Scream. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we go.
The Scream up. We're on the same wavelength there.
Nice, good
But
man.
who would you cast? Who is the screaming man or figure in that?
Jim
In that-
Carrey.
Yeah, he's a chameleon.
Pow! First shot out of the gun. Well done. Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely done. Nailed it. Paul Dano. Yeah, just
Dano.
saw Tarantino lose his shit.
Great. Cheers for the question, Nero.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, and this might be the last question in right now. This is coming from Hank Sledge.
All right, what up, Hank? Let's finish 2025 strong.
Favorite Hammer horror movie?
God. Oh,
Dracula.
my God.
Dead in
Hammer
Love.
horror.
No,
The one
wait,
always
Dead in
comes to
Love
my
is-
mind is the one with the hand, Mummy's hand. There's a hammer horror. Something to do with a hand, Mummy's hand.
You are right.
Yeah, that's the one that comes to my head.
I'm
Can't remember what
yeah.
it's called.
Do you know the problem the honest problem that I have with a lot of horror, Hammer horror stuff? So I remember like when I really watched a good chunk of them when I was younger, is I watched them during like a serious. Like a series on like probably Channel 4 where they were like, it's Hammer horror season.
Yeah.
So the problem I have is a few they meld into each other a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
It's like the Carry On films, you know?
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
great comparison.
Yeah.
That's what
where
it's
are
like.
they? Are they camping?
Yeah,
Oh, it's Carry On
definitely.
camping.
I mean,
Are they in a police? Oh, it's Carry On police. Yeah.
I remember like the first ones I watched, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I mean, I've got Carla.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I always like Dracula. Out of,
I mean, it's just Christopher
like
Lee. It's
Dracula,
Christopher
yeah,
Lee that
and the
I
Wolfman.
enjoy
Yeah.
the most.
I didn't enjoy the old Mummy films very much. And I didn't enjoy the Invisible Man films. It was mostly.
You know, I
the
don't think I ever
Dracula
watched
stuff.
The Invisible Man.
I'm putting my glasses on now because I've got Google. So I did used to watch a lot of Hammer.
Nice.
That's
nice.
it. Yeah, I feel like I watched
The-
like a season of. them.
Devil Rides Out is one of my dad's favorite films of all time.
Yeah, my
great
dad
shout,
used
Hank.
to like
Great
Hammer
shout,
horrors.
Yeah.
Horror,
From Beyond the
Hammer
Grave,
horror
Peter Cushing,
movies.
was that Hammer? I think so. Yeah, I mean, almost anything with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in that time.
Oh my god,
period.
Linda, your search history. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Nero, that was that one. That was
There's so many like of Dracula
I know.
movies.
It's
not
That's
on
the
the
wrong
title
film.
of that one now.
Ridiculous.
The one with Christopher Lee on the train. But that had Peter Cushing in it as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, I know. Oh.
It's
Again,
all where they have the crate with the monster.
Yeah, you got Curse of Frankenstein, Brides of Dracula, Revenge of Frankenstein, Hound of the Baskerville.
Nice.
well, there you go.
So many.
Yeah.
I
Oh
gotta
my
admit, yeah,
goodness.
But
I'd love to
yeah.
try it like I'm a connoisseur of it, but I can't nail one down.
I'm
But they do
not
nail
either.
into it.
I don't really revisit them. I have a nostalgia for them because I loved how they did their practical effects, and obviously the black and white imagery. It was all
Mine
about
was
the
the cat. It was
shadows.
kind of like the well, for me, it was the characters over the movies in a way for me
Yeah.
because I was just sort of like, no, Frankenstein monster, Dracula, Wolfman, Invisible Man, like sort of like mine was just sort of like characters over the movie is what I really remember.
Yes, yeah, and I think that's why those characters have also lived as long as they have because the characters were so well defined back then.
I wonder is I suppose bringing it sort of like up to date is like, is Lee Winnell going to continue to remake these? Because he did Invisible Man, he did Wolfman.
I don't know what's
Is
happening.
he doing
with...
more or something? Did you ever end up watching Wolfman?
No. I was like, after Werewolves, I was like, I'm removing my werewolf tattoo.
It was better than Werewolves. Jesus Christ! I mean, that's not exactly a bar, but
No.
yeah.
Werewolves tend to have the worst luck when it comes to films. There's so many bad ones compared to the good ones.
Absolutely. Well, don't worry, we're going that way with Predator, Alien, and Terminator movies as well. So
yeah, they're all joining the goddamn club.
Fa la 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 la. Jesus.
Well, I think that about sums it up. I think it's time we all get on out of here and get ready for Christmas and the Stranger Things finale. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the podcast. Andy, Linda, thank you for the drinks. Thank you for the chats and the discussions.
Oh, man, it's
Absolute
great. It's great to
pleasure,
be
as
back
always.
and hang out with you guys. It really
Hell
is. It's
yeah.
been wonderful. So, yeah, thank you.
So, to one and to all, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and see you in the new one.
Love your faces.